You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Esports Broadcasting Network live from Chicagoland Speedway. This is the Ghost Cup Series presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. Boy, tonight's going to be a fun one. I will be alone in the booth for the brief moment. May have somebody jumping in a little bit later, but for the time being, we've got some fun racing tonight from Chicago. I think just about everybody knows this is one of probably the better oval tracks on the iRacing subscription. So much fun can be had here. You can really race just about any lane up against the wall all the way down to the line. That front stretch, you can get 4 or 5 cars there. It's going to be very similar to our race at Las Vegas a few weeks ago. So I'm really excited for tonight's race. As always, we're going to go ahead and get started with our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
All right, fantastic as always. We're going to go ahead and jump right over to our resident pastor for tonight's race. Hey, Zach, this is Angel here in the ESBN broadcast booth. You got me, buddy?
Yep, I got you.
Running a little bit behind. Sorry about that. Go ahead and start off with our invocation. Let's get racing tonight.
All right, let's pray. Almighty God, I thank you for this time that you've set apart for us to come together through the means of iRacing. And Lord, as we traverse this virtual Chicagoland Speedway, I just pray that you bless this field with patience as we try to honor you with this time together. And Lord, as we talk to one another tonight, I just pray that our conversations are fruitful and beneficial in your sight. Lord, I thank you for the guys at ESBN as they've donated their time and their gifts that you've given them to call a good race. And Lord, I pray that you might guide, guard, and direct our time as you see fit. It's in your son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Zach. Good luck tonight, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, Zach Woods, our resident pastor for the evening. As always, we're going to go ahead and do a quick little race info for tonight's race. Nice ambient temperature, 74 degrees for the Ghost 200 of Chicago. 56% humidity. It's about what it is down here in Florida, except it's 83 right now. Track temp looking at a nice warm 96 degrees. These guys are going to be slipping and sliding here and there. It's going to be a fun battle throughout. We'll go ahead and jump into our grid momentarily. Here we have, starting on pole tonight, Robert Lawrence, another pole position. You know he's going to break through very soon, hopefully. Here comes Brock Whitehead, last week's winner. Seemed to be a favorite for a lot of drivers. Really happy for him to finally win after so many second place finishes. Christopher Tate, Mark Gonzalez make up row number 2. Dylan McDonald and Chris Wheeler in row number 3. Row 4, Kyle Gardner and Kevin Gibney Jr., Mr. Modified himself. Then we've got Jeffrey Vickery, Kyle Spees rounding out the top 10. Chris Roos and Trey Whitehead make up row number 6. Row 7 belongs to Zach Woods and the boss man, Jonathan Leach. Wes Fuller and Daniel Miglin in row number 8. Row 9 belongs to Christopher Hupka and Nick Biddy. Alfred Denny and Wally Babb back in row number 10. Row 11 goes to Michael Corvu and David Modespaw. Mike Sobanowski and Joe David going to go ahead and round out the next set of rows here, rows number 12. 13 is Cliff Corvu, Bryce Kobler. Charles Whitehead and Ricky Gonzalez make up the 14th row. My goodness, almost lost my train of thought. And Vernon Reese is going to round out the end of the field. Getting ready to go green flag racing here for the Ghost Cup Series, presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. And for those of you that be sure to check out Fort Worth Screen Printing in any way, shape, or form you can and donate to the cause. The man who helps run that, John Garrett, ran a couple races here earlier this season, winning one of the races, looking to make his bid in the ARCA race at Talladega later this month. Always looking for donations. Aside from that, getting ready to go green flag racing here. Pace car hits pit lane. Robert Lawrence getting ready. We're with Barney the Flagman. Green flag racing is out. 150 laps to go here in the Ghost Cup Series. Robert Lawrence to the inside. Brock Whitehead with a fantastic start nonetheless as they dive down here into turn number 1. You're going to see a lot of these drivers trying to find where it's going to work for them. You see Robert's going to be able to cut here in front of Brock. No, he's going to have to give him some room. Brock's got just enough of a run. Brock's going to let up on him, but now here comes Christopher Tate to the inside of Robert Lawrence. Oh, they almost make contact in 3 and 4. Oh, Robert's going to get very loose there in the middle of 3 and 4. Brock Whitehead's going to dive to the inside, and Christopher Tate's going to lead him across for lap number 1 after starting in that 3rd position. Now it's a heated battle throughout the field, side by side for at least 9 or 10 rows deep throughout this field. Right now the focus on these leaders coming off of turn number 2. Christopher Tate's holding on. He's got a nice, decent lead. They're going to go ahead and stay single file. Right behind him, it's going to be a battle between Dylan McDonald and Chris Wheeler. Oh, here comes Mark Gonzalez, and it is 3 wide here coming off of turn number 4 for 4th. These drivers are not wasting any time to go 3 wide here, maintaining it. Chris Wheeler's not going to have the run down the front stretch. He's going to have to give it up. And here comes Kevin Gibney Jr., maybe peeking to the outside. No, he's now got Kyle Gardner to his inside. These guys are going to be all over the track. You see them kind of moving up the racetrack. Christian Roos a little bit loose. I think Trey Whitehead going to give him a little bit of a tap. There's Jonathan Leach and Zach Woods battling side by side in his Christian iRacers car, along with the ESBN car there through 3 and 4. It's going to be a lot of patience required through tonight's race. This is this is a fun track. However, you're going to have to be mindful of your tires. It's a track that will chew up your tires. You see Robert Lawrence sliding up there, getting tight. A lot of dirty air is really going to affect these drivers as well. As you see Brock Whitehead peeking to the inside, it's the way to save your tires at a track like this is kind of running that bottom, maybe half a lane up where all that rubber's been laid down. Help save your tires, but that outside, that second lane is where you're going to want to be. And here comes Kevin Gibney Jr. He's taking them 3 wide as they go down the front stretch. Look at these guys. They're going to stay 3 wide. You don't get that run on the inside. Here comes Jeffrey Vickery. He's going to go up side by side with Kevin Gibney. He's going to go ahead and clear him as they go down the backstretch. Back down here into turn number 3. They're going to stay single file, but the guys in front of them still battling it out. Chris Wheeler making his way around the outside. It's going to be the way to make up spots here, and to defend your own. This question is how much tires you're going to use in that process. Which of these guys are going to be methodical? I don't see this being one of our not normal races, but races that, tend to have some cautions. You're going to have a lot of green flag running here, and that's what's going to be the most exciting, honestly, for these drivers to really get out there and prove that, man, I've got that nice long run car that you really need here at Chicago. As now the battle is for second. Chris Wheeler continues to move his way up now to the inside of Dylan Mcdonald, multiple time winner in this league. Chris Wheeler, that's one thing you got to be careful with, the transition from the apron up onto the banking in the straightaway. There's a little bit of banking still, where if you don't hit it just right, you really can get loose, and you see Chris Wheeler drop from battling from second, currently now to 7th place, and might be losing more as they go down into turn number 3. Keeping them side by side all the way through here. They're going to try to maintain themselves. You can see these cars getting tight, getting loose throughout as they hold on, trying not to lose it here. Also trying to save themselves a little bit of tires at the very least, as we've completed now 7 laps of the 150 lap event tonight. Go jump in and find out exactly. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yes, our first stage break will be at the beginning of lap 40, and then the next one at the beginning of lap 80. We're going to go through the rest of the field a little bit here, as these guys are putting on quite the show for us as well. You see these guys are side by side at least 6 rows deep here. You see the boss man Jonathan Leach fighting with Trey Whitehead. He's got Trey to his inside. Trey looks like, I don't know if he's just big time in tire save mode, or maybe it's just a track that he's struggling with. Not used to seeing him running back here, but Jonathan Leach makes the pass. Daniel Miglin loose, I think, a little bit off of turn number 2, or tight. Not sure what happened, but he had to check up quite a bit, and Jonathan's going to get a 2-for-1 special, as you just got a hornet's nest of drivers coming off of turn number 4 here, 12th on back. Look at this. So many drivers. You can throw a blanket over this second pack of guys and hit at least 10 of them at the moment. These guys almost peaking that 3 wide situation right now. Alfred Denny on the inside of that number 25 of Bryce Kobler, using that beautiful Jeff Gordon paint scheme of his Jurassic Park. Well, we know how fast that was at Charlotte in the All-Star race. Wow, what great driving there for Al. He was sliding up, and if he slid up any more, that would have easily turned a 25 into the 35, and we would have had a big wreck in the back over there. But that's awareness right there. You see Kevin Gibney Jr. looking to the outside of Alfred Denny. I'm sorry, of Jeffrey Vickery. Sorry, Al's usually in the number 21. It still trying to get used to him not in the 21 here. But here it is. Put Mr. Modified up into the 3rd position. Best we've seen him really all season long, as Jeffrey Vickery, though, not giving up that fight, staying to his inside there off of turn number 4. A little bit of side draft, using the bottom, battling hard for 3rd, but I think Gibney should clear him down the front stretch down into turn number 1. Go back here now for the battle for 5th at the moment. It's Kyle Gardner. Chris Wheeler's going to be tire loose there in the middle of 1 and 2. He's going to push up. Now they're 3 wide. They're going to clear it up a little bit. But now Robert Lawrence, who was your pole sitter in this race, dropping all the way back to the 9th position, trying to make his way back up to the field. And now you got Zachary Woods and Christian Roos on their tail as well. 6 cars kind of right on top of each other, anywhere from that 5th position through looking like about 11. So about 6 or 7 cars right here. Trey Whitehead, it looks like he's trying to make himself a little bit of a recovery here. Back up here battling for that 12th position with the boss man, as Kyle Rocket Speed's back in that number 36 today. He's looking to take him 3 wide. He's got a great run through the middle. Oh, he's just going to back off. Trey Whitehead's got the run. I think Jonathan also backed off ever so slightly there, knowing, I don't quite want to be 3 wide here on lap number 14. You kind of just go through the field here. You see a couple guys just kind of minding their P's and Q's throughout, just trying to avoid quite possibly. Not sure if anything happened to Mike Sabanovsky. Looks like he's had some front end damage, actually, looked a little bit there. So maybe that was on the initial start of the race. Maybe got some contact, and that kind of hurt him. As Jeffrey Vickery, he's made his way past Kevin Gibney Jr. now for that 3rd position. And the battle's still here for that 5th position. Kyle Gardner, Dylan McDonald, Robert Lawrence, all right on top of each other, trying to fight for 5th. But at the moment, it is Kyle Gardner, who we have not had an opportunity to talk about much this season as well. Really showing some good speed here tonight at Chicago. And man, look at this Hornet's Nest right behind them. A ton of cars right on top of each other. There's 3 wide as well. Well, look on behind here from that 33. You see him just jerk that car into the corner. He's diving to the bottom of Zachary Woods, trying to hold on to it. No, Zach's going to have that real good run off of the corner as these guys stay right on top of each other, right behind. Looks like they're going to single it out just for a moment. We'll have to see after a few moments what they do. As you see, Mark Gonzalez back there. He's trying to make up some more spots as he looks low on Jonathan Leach, but that's not going to happen through there. We're starting to get almost halfway through this stage break at the moment. And, you know, what's going to be interesting, as I said, halfway through what's going to be essentially a tire run here. And then when we do look, you do have, let me double check this. I'm not sure if it's 4 extra sets of tires or 4 total sets of tires here. Looks like we're getting 5 total tire sets, so 4 extra sets of tires for tonight's race. Dividing that 150 by that 5, you do about 30 laps on a set of tires here. So if we go green, as we're almost 4 wide through here, Trey Whitehead again on that transition, gonna cause them to slow up ever so slightly. And you see now Christian Roos is under attack from Zachary Woods. Chris Wheeler dropping a few more spots as well. I think, you know, what I'm going to really want to do here is we're going to actually jump on board with Mark Gonzalez and see what this chaos looks like in front of him. You know, it's my favorite view is you see these guys fanning out 3 wide down the front stretch behind currently Trey Whitehead, Zach Woods, and the boss man as he's added it to his rear spoiler there. And I do believe that is Kyle Rocket Speeds to the inside of Mark Gonzalez. Look at this. Great car control through there. Oh, Jonathan Leach a little bit into the wall. He's going to save it. No, can he save it? Wow, great driving by Trey Whitehead and Jonathan Leach. It looks like there was net code. Perfect view for that as Trey Whitehead tags the white line. He gets, Kyle Speeds tags that. He's going to lose some time. Fantastic awareness there for the 86 and the 33 to avoid what could have been, and the 24, a massive wreck on the back stretch would have taken out at least 4 or 5 drivers. But they're going to keep it going there. What fantastic timing to jump in on board there with Mark Gonzalez. You see a couple of these other guys right back here just kind of, whoa. You see some of these guys really starting to get loose depending on if they've been using that right rear tire or that right front tire. But right now, I'll tell you, the class of the field is Christopher Tate and Brock Whitehead, currently sitting at almost a second lead over that 3rd position of Jeffrey Vickery. But Jeffrey, honestly, I'd say the class of the field has to be his top 3, because now Kevin Gibney Jr. is under attack from Robert Lawrence, your pole sitter, and Kyle Gardner for that 4th spot. And they're about 3.5 seconds behind your first place driver. So the top 3 pulling away by quite a bit. And then you got the rest of the field right on top of each other halfway through this stage. 20 laps completed, coming around to complete lap 21 of 150 here in the Ghost Cup Series. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be taking our first commercial break of the evening.
drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, the rocket! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
All right, back green flag. Well, we're back here. We do have a caution that just finished coming out, and we're going to go ahead and welcome Emily into the booth with us. Emily, I'm not even going to try to butcher your last name, so if you're more than welcome to go ahead and let everybody know what that is.
Urius. That's how you pronounce my last name.
There you go. All right. Now let's go ahead and get started here. Hold on just a moment, everybody. Let's go ahead and try to find exactly what happened to bring out this caution. Looks like we had, maybe Wally Bab. Let's see exactly. Oh, here it is. This is going to be the recipe right here. We're 3 wide, 4 wide on the front stretch. The 24, Mark Gonzalez comes up. The 99 tries to give him room and come up. And that's going to collect Alfred Denny and Daniel Miglin. And that's going to give heavy contact to those 3 drivers. Not sure what happened to Kevin Gibney Jr. as well. He had an issue. And you can see Robert Lawrence. He's going to peek down pit lane. A couple of these guys thinking about coming pit lane here. Whatever. Oh, here it is. Here's Mr. Greg, our RC. Everybody going to go ahead and give us our rundown.
No, we're going to put down the 99. The 24 did have him 4 wide, but the 99 just didn't have very good spatial awareness and pinched in the 2 in the wall.
Ooh, boy, actually some heavy damage for even more drivers through here. All right, well, thank you very much, Greg. Appreciate it. Some pretty good racing so far, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, appreciate you jumping in, and we'll see you here in about 10 laps here for our stage break.
Yep. See you later.
As always, our race control, Greg Wood, jumping in to kind of give us a rundown of what reason that caution was for, and if anybody might be getting a penalty from that. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring in your pole sitter from tonight's race, Robert Lawrence. Hold on just a moment, everybody. Hey, Robert, this is Angel and Emily in the ESBN broadcast booth, buddy. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Well, you started on pole today, and then you kind of dropped back a little bit, kind of gaining your way as the run went on, then deciding to come down pit lane here for your first set of tires. What's the expectation here? Looks like you might be restarting somewhere. Looks like maybe back into the top 10 here.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe if we can crack off a decent spot for stage, great. I just wanted to come in and get tires because I was definitely using them up there. I was pushing way too hard when I should have just laid off and just conserved because we have the possibility of having some decent green flag rounds here. So I wanted to save my tires and see what was going to happen. But I ended up burning them off that right bit for that little bit up front, and it was kind of hairy. So came down, got the damage fixed tires, and just going to ride.
All right, well, sounds like a pretty good plan. Kind of, how's the track overall racing right now? I mean, it looks like some guys are tight, some guys are loose. I mean, it looks like it's kind of loose if you kind of cut it too hard, but also real tight in that dirty air. How are you managing that, and how can you manage that with new tires compared to the old tires in front of you?
Well, new tires, you can definitely run whatever lane you feel like. The older tires, you kind of dealt with whatever your car will stick to. To manage the dirty air, you got to get that just at least the left front in below the guy in front of you in the corner. And if he's on the white line, you're just kind of SOL. You're going to hopefully have to move up a lane, try to keep a little bit of air on the nose. But yeah, some guys are definitely pushing hard off of 2. 2 is a real easy spot to take too much throttle, or if you picked up the throttle too soon, you'll push through it. 4, it's just kind of control it. It's a big throttle management track, more than people realize. So.
All right, well, sounds pretty good. I do appreciate the great insight. So you guys are going double file once again, so we'll let you go. Good luck here, and wouldn't be quite surprised if we're talking to you here at the end of the stage with a stage win. So good luck out there, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, let me go ahead and make sure I send you back to the right team. Blue Motorsports, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, that was Robert Lawrence, your pole sitter for tonight's race. So, Emily, so far, we do have a stage break here. It's actually going to be a 10-lap sprint to the end of the stage. Stage ends at the beginning of lap 40, completion of lap 39, so actually 9 laps. Some guys with no tires, some guys with tires. What can you expect here, do you think, in this final couple laps before the stage break?
I mean, it really depends. How many people came down pit road? I didn't really catch on that. I believe a couple people came down pit road for tires, correct?
See, actually all but the top 9 came down. Not everybody took tires, it looks like, but we do have a good chunk of drivers who did come and take tires.
Well, I mean, 4 sets of tires for 150 laps. I mean, personally, I would have waited till lap 40 to take tires, but that means the people that took tires just need to come in for a splash of fuel and then get right back out on that track. So
yeah, they should be able to gain plenty of time. I mean, we're going to want to try to focus in on Robert Lawrence as he's actually going to mind. He said he's going to try to mind these tires nonetheless, not push it too hard through here, but it's going to be hard not to just want to push it hard and pass all these guys. You're going to be so much faster than them. As you see, dive down here into turn number 3. The lead right now is still with Christopher Tate, however. Brock Whitehead in second, Jeffrey Vickery in third, Kyle Gardner in fourth, but Trey Whitehead has made his way up to the field. Getting a little tight there off of turn number 4. Here it is, Chris Hubka making his way through as Robert Lawrence is going to follow right in there. So for Hubka, pick one position up and lose another. Kind of a happy medium on that one, dropping to 6th, but so far pretty good run for him. Robert from 10th already to 5th, diving down here to turn number 3. Going to take 4th, going to have 3rd by the time he comes off of the turn. I think we'll have a new leader by the time we come back around for the next lap.
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially with these guys that's taking their tires. I mean, they're going to start pushing it to try to get those stage points. And if I'm correct, from what I've seen in the past, top 5 gets points, or is it top 10 for this league?
It will be top 10 for this league, and so it's going to be pretty big for Robert Lawrence. And honestly, he's going to get this lead, and he doesn't even have to push it from there. He can kind of just... He can slow it up significantly and still be faster than the guys behind him while also saving his tires. So this will work out pretty well for Robert Lawrence, I believe.
Oh yeah, as long as he keeps a good line and keeps on running it smooth, he should be able to save those tires and be able to just get a splash of fuel for that stage break and bring home those points. And hopefully get on top of the point standings.
Yeah, but you see Robert Lawrence, he's going to clear for first. We do have a new leader for tonight's race. Your pole sitter going to come back up here to take the lead. Robert Lawrence, he is looking for a decent point stay as well. He is currently 10th in points, not pretty comfortably in the playoff situation. But a guy who's been running so well all season long, you just know he's dying to get himself a victory. And right now, putting himself in good position to just continue to make up more spots. Kyle Rocket Spees, you see him flying through here. A little bit of the right front damage, but doesn't seem to be affecting him as he's got those fresh tires as well, making his way through the pack. Joe David here, that number 83, part of Misfit Motorsports, dies real low. Oh, I don't know if Jeffrey Vickery knew he was going to be there. Oh, that's got to be the worst netcode I have seen in a long time right there.
Oh, yeah, man. That was some major netcode. I feel bad for them.
Oh, my goodness. And that will be the end of the stage right there. Anything, and nice recovery for Cliff Corvu, one of the boss men here in ESBN. But, oh, my goodness, that wow.
Yeah, it just baffles me to see how bad that one was. I don't think last time I've seen that was at least 4 months ago I've seen a bad one like that. So man, at least they have a fast repair in their back pocket.
They do have that fast repair, but it's not the way you wanted to use it. I mean, we're gonna just kind of back it up. I don't want to quite back it up necessarily, but I mean, look at right here. There is more contact for the 83 to 21 and nothing's happening, and yet that 21, I'm sorry, the 21, and that 31 is already sideways. Nobody ever touched him until right at that moment. And poor the Jeffrey Vickery went flying through the air. Great job for Brock Whitehead holding his brakes. Oh, but they're still wrecking behind him. Just didn't know where to go. Too many cars there. I can tell you exactly what our RC is going to tell us as soon as he jumps in here. It's going to be...
Yeah, I mean, that was a rough wreck for them.
He'll joke. He's going to joke about the netcode and iRacing putting out new tracks without fixing the netcode first. I'll tell you that much. I know Greg well enough.
But yeah, no, that 31 thought he was clear, but then netcode got the best of him.
Greg?
Yeah, here.
Wow, what a mess that was.
Yeah, we're just talking here.
Yeah,
that's got to be
like
some of the worst netcode.
That's 5 foot in between the cars.
That's pretty generous to even say 5 feet. It could have been more. I mean, you could have fit another car almost in there.
Regardless, I still gave the 83 an EOL. He drove around way too hard, came up and doored to 21, which is what initially caused the netcode.
Okay, well, there you go. That solves that one right there. Question being now is...
I believe this is the end of the stage break.
This is the end of the stage, correct?
I think it is.
It looks like Greg jumped back.
Yeah,
out.
because they'll hit lap 40. Yeah. I believe this should be their stage break, as they'll hit lap 40 before they go green. So.
Greg, I pulled you back in. This is the end of the stage, correct? 5 laps within?
Yes, it is.
Gotcha. 10-4. Thank you. All right, so just as we figured, yes, that was the end of the stage for all these drivers. Robert Lawrence, their pole sitter, does in fact get to win that stage, and all those drivers who came down pit lane gonna stay out here, of course. Dylan Mcdonald will be the first driver to have pit this last time around. He is here in the 10th position.
And what caution are we on tonight, if you remember?
This will actually be caution number 2. Only one caution for incident earlier in this race. And we do have a couple guys kind of sitting on pit lane. Jonathan Leach, not sure exactly what happened with the boss man here. Joe David going ahead and getting some his car fixed up a little bit. We see Wes Fuller had some heavy damage, as did Kyle Gardner. Unfortunate for Gardner, was having himself a pretty good race as well. Let's see if they don't. They're probably going to go 1 to go here. It'll be too late to bring anybody into the booth with us. I will say, while you're with us here, Emily, just keep an eye on that infield care center voice chat just below us. We're going to have a couple drivers who hopefully have an opportunity to come in should they have too much damage, and then they'll give us their live take as to what happened, whether or not that's going to be so pleasant or not. But it'll be fun for us and fun for those watching with us.
Yeah, 100% to get, their point of view, to see what they thought of it. I mean, that's where you get the best bits and parts out here to make it interesting.
And then, speaking of those watching, we do appreciate Mama Fuller, as always, joining in, rooting on the Titletown Racing guys. Mama, I know you were watching Monday night. I get to race with Wes Fuller in that one, so be sure to root me on then, too. Always get to root on for Wes here. And then, as always, Grandma Sue rooting on her grandson Kyle Rocket Speeds, as always, watching and joining us in chat here on YouTube. So thank you very much. And those as well on Facebook watching, as always, very appreciative. And as I always mention, if we're for anybody specific, let us know. We'll be happy to jump in and check them out. But right now, we're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Pace car dives down pit lane. It's going to be Robert Lawrence and Cliff Corvu, right with Barney the flagman. He's going to start waving. We're green flag racing again here at Chicagoland. We complete lap number 39. Lap 40 now. We have 111 laps to go. Robert easily clears into turn number 1, and they're going to be side by side for about 5th on back from here on out.
Oh yeah, and this is where it gets interesting. It tells you, if people's going to want to save those tires, which at this point, I don't know if there is another stage break, but it's going to be fuel game, as they do have 75% fuel.
Yep,
So they will have to pit again.
Oh, I think Cliff may have tagged the wall there coming off of turn number 4. Contact almost between the 84 and the 99. We're almost 4 wide again. They're going to back out of it. Wow, these guys are right on top of each other. You got to love that type of racing when you're here at Chicago.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, from what I've seen from these guys so far, great racing.
Oh, contact between Zach Woods and Christopher Hupka right there. Hupka went to throw the block on Woods. He got a big run. Don't know how Woods is having so much success right now with that modified he's driving out there, but he was making up spots. And a little bit of contact between Zach and his own sponsor there, Chris Hupka and the Hupka Realty Group. Wow.
Hey, man, modifieds, they do pretty well. You really just need to keep enough aero where you can keep up with the pack. As long as you have no engine damage, you should be good to go. So hopefully he does still have that fast repair to be able to use at the very end to be able to keep pushing that field and bring home that win. It's a possibility.
Oh, there might be a little bit of contact. Oh, the 63 Kevin Gimby's going to have to back up and allow the 4. The 4 shoved him down under the apron as they're now side by side still for the lead. But Kyle Rocket Speeds, he goes around the 34. He takes the lead. And here comes Bryce Kobler, almost thinking about taking it 3 wide with Trey Whitehead and Robert Lawrence. Bryce is loose all the way down the backstretch. He'll hold on to it. And that Jurassic Park Jeff Gordon paint scheme as they dive down here into turn number 3. Nick Beatty's got a great run. Robert Lawrence slides up. I'm telling you, these guys would be 3 wide this entire way around the track if they could be right now.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this track, you can do it. I mean, I've seen no problem. I mean, they brought it 4 wide we've seen so far. So, that being said, as long as everybody can keep their line, and if they want to go 3 wide, go to 3 wide, but make it fun. That's the best thing we want to see out here.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, on top of each other. You see Christopher Tate trying to make up some time now. He's got his fresh set of tires, driving through some of these drivers who decided to stay out after pitting on that last caution. As look at this, 3 wide for second. Tate's got a great run. He's going to take him 3 wide for the lead to the inside. They dive into 1, and Christopher Tate back to being your leader. Here goes Nick Biddy on the outside of Rocket Speeds. Great run for him through there. He's going to clear now.
And it looks like the front pack's actually starting to peel off now, so it's going to split the main pack from that back pack, moving, giving everybody away, starting to spread them out, meaning that hopefully people are going to start saving those tires and we'll be able to get a good run going in for the last, I'd say 15 laps.
I'll tell you this much right now, and we do have a stage break at the end of lap 79, beginning of lap 80. But look at the way Nick Biddy is taking the lead on the outside from Christopher Tate. We have not been able to speak much about Nick all season long, and here he is. He's just going to take the lead from who is probably one of the fastest guys so far in the league, and Christopher Tate. He just took it, and he's walking away with it. Unbelievable right now for Nick. Oh, and we've got ourselves a caution, and just we were getting ready. He's the man from Dawsonville, Georgia. And we do have our 3rd caution of the evening, and it's going to look like it goes to the 14, possibly, of Christian Roos. Let's go to our chopper cam. Oh, Cliff is a little bit loose. Charles Whitehead, trying to avoid him. Comes up against it to Roos pretty bad. Man, it's one of those things I don't feel like that amount of contact should have sent Roos into the wall as hard as it did.
Oh yeah, I mean, hopefully he has a fast repair in that back pocket. I mean, that was a pretty hard hit, if I say so myself.
Yeah, man, just look how the back end of that car just lifted up. I mean, I don't know. Tonight's just not been a good case for how bad this has been looking when it comes to the net code issues that we are having today. I mean, that was contact regardless, but man, it should not have been that bad.
Oh yeah, but hey, it's racing. I mean, you gotta deal with it.
Absolutely.
As long as you can keep on running and, work out there, mop up those spots. Sorry about that. Mop up the spots, and maybe you can gain some points and bring them home.
There you go. Absolutely perfect. We're going to go ahead and now, just for a moment, I don't believe we'll see our leader coming down pit lane. So we'll wait for a moment while they come across. Don't want to distract him if he is. Should he not be, we're going to go ahead and drag him into the booth here.
We also got Greg in the booth to tell us what happened there.
Here it is.
Oh, I had to put some people in timeout with their voice chats. But we're going to give out into the 28. He could have chose to check up behind Corvo, but he didn't. He decided to try to go around, and he doored the 14.
There you go. Some very unhappy people then here for you tonight, Mr. RC.
A lot of name calling after that one, so
Oh, that's always nice.
they're in timeout. Can't hear them. It's nice and peaceful again.
All right, Greg.
Catch y'all on the next one.
Go enjoy your piece. We'll see you here in about 30 laps.
All right, see ya.
I am Hoogan in the booth now.
There you go. Now we can bring Nick Biddy here. Hold on, everybody. Nick, this is... Oh, we cut you off. Sorry for your conversation with the rest of the ESPN boys. But this is Angel and Emily in the ESBN broadcast booth. I'm sure you got us here.
Hey, boys. How's it going?
Nick, I can hear it in your voice, man. You're excited. Great way to take the lead from Christopher Tate there and hanging on.
Hey,
How's that
man,
car running?
I got this Dawsonville pool room car tuned up and ready to run at the front tonight, boys. He is fired up, ready to roll.
I can see it, man. You are having a great run right now. We've seen spurts of this throughout the season, and now right now taking the lead the way you did from Christopher Tate. I can hear it in your voice. You're gonna have less than 30 laps to complete this stage. How do you manage saving your tires now over these final 30 laps and kind of getting to the stage, hopefully with the stage win?
Well, look, when you're this far down in the points like I am, you just hold it down and turn the steering wheel to the left, bud. That's the only thing I know to tell you.
Yeah, I know, Nick, you've missed a couple of races here and there. Currently 31st in the point standing, so I don't remember. It's not winning you're in, is it?
I don't know.
Well, hopefully, if it is, let's go out there and get ourselves a win.
That's right. Let me give a big shout out to Cliff, Joe, and Mikey on the team, and also Jonathan. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Misfit boys.
Yep, absolutely. I'm sure they're appreciative. And let them know that you run up front, and you get talked to. Just because you run the broadcasting company doesn't mean you get a chance to get spoken to.
That's right. That's right.
All right,
boys, y'all have fun.
You have yourself a good one. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man.
Man, don't you just love that? You hear the excitement and the happiness in his voice. That's what you love to hear.
Oh yeah, man, you could hear the hypeness he had. He's ready to go out there and bring home this win. I mean, we've seen it from here. He gets that strong, I believe, half a second lead on them from when he goes out there. So he's going to be one of the best contenders we're going to see out here, as he has been fast for these last laps, and that's what we like to see out here.
I mean, and you know what's going to be pretty nice is the fact that I know, Emily, you're just joining us for the first time in this league, but Christopher Tate is a fast driver. You know, kind of came in a little bit late into the season, but he's already got himself an opportunity to possibly make the playoffs.
Wow.
That's how well Christopher Tate's been doing.
Man, that requires, I believe, top 5, if I'm correct, almost every race.
Constantly for him. You know, Christopher Tate, our winner at Indianapolis. He won at Bristol as well and at Kansas. So 3 wins so far this season for Christopher Tate.
Wow. Were they in a row by chance?
No, actually, it happened to be every other one. So,
wow.
Technically, he didn't win last week. So you keep that trend going. You could have an opportunity seeing him win. I'd really actually be interested to see if that's the case. But he's showing that speed tonight, like he's capable of winning a race.
Hey, I mean, it's gonna be seeing the Tate and Biddy battle, so
yeah,
we'll hope to see them battle out here, and it's gonna be amazing.
Mean, and don't forget about Daniel Miglin and Dylan Mcdonald right behind them. That second row, very aggressive drivers through there, fast racers. McDonald with a few wins this season. Miglin has not had that opportunity. Then Trey Whitehead, another aggressive driver. He's got to win as well to back it up. And then the guy who runs the lead, Chris Hubka, running up there. But we're getting ready to go green flag racing again. Right up with Barney the flag man. Flag is down. Green flag. We've completed lap 51 of 150. Less than 100 laps to go here in the Ghost 200 at Chicagoland. Presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. Christopher Tate is going to clear for second. Clear for first. The battle is for second now between Nick Biddy and Dylan McDonald going down the backstretch.
Oh yeah, and they're just going to continue to keep on battling as the 4 looks on the outside of the 85, I believe, and moving to secure that, third place. Ooh, and a little contact from the 4 to that wall. So that's going to give him a little bit of right side damage as he now starts to look on the inside of the 85 and looking to take that spot away from him as he is pushing to get it.
Yeah, but I think the problem in him catching that wall and he had to go low, it actually took him out of the preferred lane of being on the outside where he almost made up that spot. So Nick Biddy's going to clear him now for second, but the lead right there, as we're talking about it, the lead changed hands. Dylan McDonald, he's up to the front now. Dylan's a man who knows how to win some races here as well. Been a little bit of a while since we had a chance to speak about him winning a race here in the Ghost Cup Series. Last winning back at Las Vegas after having won back-to-back at Pocono and there. So a two-time winner looking to make it 3. But right now, the only 3-time winner, Christopher Tate, he's going to take that lead back from him coming off of turn number 2.
Maybe we can get him in the booth when we go to our stage break.
Yeah, I would love to absolutely get one of these guys in the booth. You're right. As they're side by side now behind, they're gonna peek. Almost thought about it. I know Brock Whitehead really wanted to go 3 wide there. Had to think otherwise, as he is now right up behind Christopher Hupka and Dan Miglin. Hupka's having a great race right now, running into 4th position in his peanut butter M&M's Chevrolet Camaro. We're actually going to go ahead, and if you can look up right behind that number 5, it's actually Chris Hupka himself with peanut butter as hair. I don't know a way to zoom into that, everybody. My apologies. I think that would have been probably a pretty nice view to see, as he's going to go actually under the 85 of Nick Biddy down the front stretch here into turn number 1.
Ooh, and he brings it 3 wide, so that's going to be, making it interesting. Ooh.
You see, he's going to back out of it. Oh, and they're wrecking behind big time.
And it brings out, I believe, the 3rd caution for this race. We're at lap 56 out of 150.
Let's see exactly what happened here.
It's another 3 wide racing incident. Just didn't give a little bit more room, if I'm correct, and they just got into each other.
Jump that one more time.
And it sucks.
Yeah, actually, it looks like Kevin Gibney came down. I don't know if he just knew the 6 was where he was at, or if he knew they were 3 wide. Unfortunate for Vernon Reese, Chris Wheeler, and Kevin Gibney Jr., who already used his fast repair, and I know that for a fact, so he's going to have some heavy damage here.
That double zero just got nailed.
Yes.
Right, none other than the 14.
All right, well, Mr.
Which
RC.
has his chat muted.
Who was that one on?
That's Mr. Gibney.
That's what we thought.
He gibbed him.
Yep, he gibbed him, and unfortunate for him, I'm pretty sure he uses fast repair as well already today, so more heavy damage for him.
No, he has not.
No, he hasn't. Wow.
No, he's been saving it.
Well, it's a good thing he did, because that wasn't so pleasant.
Poor Vernon. I mean, you see cars wrecking. Why are you still full throttle?
Yeah, Vernon. Yeah, Emily just mentioned it here. Just Vernon getting absolutely destroyed there.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see that. We might see him in the M-Care Fuel Center. Does he still have a fast repair by chance?
He probably. I don't think he's been involved in a wreck just yet. So unless he's had it clicked on accidentally, I can't see that happening. So, Greg, as always, we appreciate you jumping in with us.
I'm going to jump right back out.
All right. And
see you later.
While he jumps out, we're actually going to go ahead and bring in, let's see, Christopher Tate.
All right, let's get Tate in here.
Hey, Mr. Christopher Tate, this is Andrew and Emily in the ESBN broadcast booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Emily, I'll let you have this one. I know you had some questions here for Chris.
Yeah, Tate. From what I've heard by a lovely person in the booth that's been doing an amazing job, you've been winning every other race. How has that been for you?
It's been awesome, but also frustrating, just knowing that I'm capable of winning more, but it's just unfortunate circumstances. It's not allowing it, but so far, this race is going great. I'm just hoping it stays this way.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm rooting for you. So hopefully we can see you out there, possibly bring home this win. How's your car feeling out there? Is it loose, tight? How's it been for you?
It feels honestly pretty good. It's good and balanced. It's just all about really taking care of the tires, and clean air is huge. So just if I can keep that, then I should be pretty good.
Oh yeah, and I guess you probably don't want to give this out, but do you plan on pitting anytime soon, or are you just gonna wait for that stage break, then figure out what you're gonna do from there?
I'm hoping we can go green to the end of the stage, just because we've got limited tire sets. So I'd like to have as many tires as I could for the last 70 or so laps.
Oh yeah, I mean, that plays a big part. It's basically whoever has that, last set of tire sets at those last, I say, 25 laps, I say. But, yeah, I mean, anything else for you like to say?
That's about it. Just looking forward to the rest of the race, and hopefully it stays clean and have a nice, good finish.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't think I see a scratch on your car right now, so hopefully you keep on doing good out there and bring home this win.
All right, appreciate it.
Before I kick you out, Chris, I know Emily kind of mentioned it, but did you realize that you've won a race, then not, then won, then not? So technically, I know we're not competitors who like to have. We're not competitors where we like to think that things have repetition, but repetition means showing pretty good for tonight.
We don't need a curse anymore, right?
Actually, I didn't know that, but
yeah, there's no. That's not a curse. That's a trend. That's what we call Larry's trends. So we'll see if Christopher you can hold on to that one.
I mean, if it happens, so be it. I hope it does.
I'll love the sound of that one. But I see we're double filed again. Chris, we'll let you go back. Good luck for the rest of the race, and we'll see if we're talking to you here by the end of it.
No, I appreciate it. Y'all enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, not. Emily, I get it. Sometimes we have some broadcasters curse, and obviously you can't. Yeah, I say you can't count it when you talk about victory. Just 30 other guys out there. Somebody else can maybe win, but
yeah,
it's a trend. Yeah. 3 wins in 5 races, and none of them have been back to back. Not winning last week. I mean, I like the sound of it.
Hey, nothing's set in stone till that last lap and that last first car finishes across that line. That's what I'm just saying. So at that time, that's when we'll see who crossed that line, who brings home the win, who gets to go do those victory donuts down the front stretch. Actually, we're going to go ahead and go green flag racing. Emily, I'll let you have this one as we go green flag here. All right, as Bronny has a green flag up in the air, and there they go. And I believe Tate's just going to bring it off. Still not in his preferred line. Moving that bottom line, crushing. And gets clear of 38 and gets back in his line moving. Ooh, a little wiggle out of the 38. So, looks like they're really close. Bumper to bumper moving through. Well, I want to say that 54 probably wasn't clear. Kind of forced his way through, and the 38 gave a good shove. But the 38 couldn't slow up because the 31 was on his bumper shoving him. So, it's a good thing they didn't wreck there. But they're 4 wide down the front stretch there. Here in the turn number 3. Oh, sorry, turn number 1. They're going to make it through. They're still 3 wide, though. Oh, yeah, I mean. No, here it is. Big contact right there. Oh, and I don't know if they're still wrecking. Can they hold on? They're still wrecking. They're still. Everybody's cleared. Oh, there goes the 86, the boss man, Jonathan Leach. Still green. Still green. Already having a pretty bad day, but. I don't know. I mean, I guess that didn't affect anybody, so I guess we're still going green, guys. And Tate is still your leader. Yeah, a little surprising there, not having that caution come out. Maybe, I mean, they did kind of clear down to the bottom of the racetrack aside from Jonathan. So I think that's kind of why, you know how iRacing is. Sometimes a single car spin will bring out a caution, but multiple cars and then slide down the track and they're fine. So never know what might be happening here. iRacing's kind of picky with how they want to throw, those yellows. So, I mean, I've seen it at Atlanta before. Where there should be yellows, there's not. So, yeah. Well, I will say that actually, and right there, Trey Whitehead just put down his fastest lap of the day. Oh, nice timing as they're trying to get. Oh, big contact there, Christopher Tate. Oh, they're wrecking big time there as they're trying to get past the lap car of Jonathan Leach. I don't know what exactly. Curse. What did I say? Oh, he's got a faster pair. We talked about it. Oh, I don't know what happened here. The 86. Well, see, I don't know. This is 86 trying to get out of the way here and then just nowhere to go. The 54 checked up. He came. Oh, well, the problem was that the 4, I think, may have gone into the 85 at that one moment in time. We got to take a very close look on what happened there. Because there was not a wreck between the 86 and the 54. It looks like it came just a little bit
after that, actually.
Looks like the... Ooh, yeah, this looks like a good cam. Let's get
This would be perfect here. So the 85's trying to avoid.
Ooh,
No?
Taps Tate, the 85 did.
Yep, and that's all she needed. I mean, just came down, so yeah, that's just unfortunate. Hupka's involved, the 82, the 24 involved. Kyle Ruckus Speeds will make it right through there as well.
I feel like the 25 Tate will be taking it slow from here on out, as he will probably have to come down and use that fast repair, which I know he was not wanting to use this early in the race.
We'll be waiting on our race control to try to figure out exactly what happened, because we were all confused as to what might have happened there.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was a lot that happened there. I think at least 6 cars got involved in that wreck, so a lot to analyze and see what happened, you know, who to give out those penalties.
All right, Bryce jumping in our YouTube letting us know that he did change his paint scheme. I may have jumped into the session before he did that, and so we will reload these paints in just a few minutes. We'll actually go ahead and wait to do that at the stage break. But right now we've got Mr. RC here in the booth with us.
54 took responsibility for that. I mean, if he wouldn't have called it, I probably wouldn't have gave it to him, but he called it, took blame. Not sure why iRacing didn't throw a caution for the previous lap for the melee on the backstretch, but they didn't, so.
All right, well, the 54 taking blame. I mean, if the 54 hadn't taken blame, I mean, would you have? I mean, I don't have a way to listen right now to the race comms. Did the 54 ask the 86 to go high, or the 86 was trying to get out of the way last second? I mean, I know there's just more.
86 was just flat out in the way, and the field was coming so fast that Tate really couldn't react. So when he tried to go around him, he was already going too slow. So I mean, nothing really anybody did quite wrong. But I mean, Tate technically shouldn't have came down. He should have checked his mirror first. So I mean, I might have still gave it to him, but
that was a close incident, that's for sure. Because I mean, the 86 wouldn't have been in that situation as well had that caution came out, as you just mentioned. So,
right.
All right. Well, look at that. We're gonna be going green flag racing probably with about 10 laps to go in the stage. Question will be here: who's gonna come down pit road and who stays out? And what kind of ruckus is that set up here for the final 10 laps of stage number 2?
No doubt.
All right. Well, appreciate Greg jumping in as always. Now that we have a chance, we're going to go ahead and bring Dylan Mcdonald here into the booth with us.
Just about to say that.
There you go. Let's hold on just a moment. Let me find Dylan
I got
for
it for
everybody.
you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Dylan might not actually be in Discord with us.
I don't see him.
All right, Dylan. Well, buddy, you know I tried talking to you here. Dylan, I said he's looking. You know, he's actually got some pretty good success. I raced with him in a Monday night league in which he actually did win the race in the next gens at Michigan. So not that it has anything to do with Gen 6s at Charlotte, but that confidence, nonetheless, of winning a race again certainly does help. And I think showing right now he wants to get back out to his winning race and try to get win number 3 tonight.
Okay, I mean, this Sunday I have a race at Charlotte as well. So yeah. 400 laps at Charlotte this weekend. So that's interesting.
400 laps at Charlotte. That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the Coke 600 we're running there. So it'll be interesting
nice.
to do.
Yeah, we did, this league did a Coke 300, actually, because they do half the distance of every regular cup race. So they did 300 miles at Charlotte, which actually turned out to be a pretty fun race.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 400 laps is 4-hour-long race. So that's gonna be a long time. Hopefully, I can get some water, some food sitting next to me, so I can run that race.
Yeah, you don't want to be on too long either. Hoping it doesn't last it that long, but nonetheless, iRacing's good-looking pace car coming down pit lane, getting ready to go green flag racing here. We're gonna have just about 11 laps to go in this to complete stage number 2. We're green flag racing thanks to Barney the Flagman. The side-by-side all the way through as they dive down here into turn number 1. Great restart, as always, we see from the leaders. As Dylan McDonald will clear for first, but it's going to be a battle of the Whiteheads for second. Brock and Trey side-by-side. And I'll tell you this much. I know Trey may have run his brother a little more clean last week, knowing that Brock really wanted that win. But now that Brock's got his win as well, It'll be no bars hold against these two drivers. As Trey's gonna have to give that one up, and they're battling for second. Now he might be under attack from Bryce Kobler in that number 25 car right behind him.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going back to back, switching lanes, switching positions. It's just like
very wide.
Take it, you lose it, you take it. At this point, I think they're just trying to stay in that race till those last 25 laps they can start pushing it. I mean, that's really what you want to do is stay safe till the last, let's say 20 to 25 laps, and that's when you start pushing it, start moving up those positions, start getting in the lead, and try to bring home those points.
Yeah, man, look at these guys 3 wide again. Trey's gonna cut the nose off of that 25 there, as you see Kyle Rocket Speeds all the way to the bottom as well on the apron in the front stretch. As look at these guys fanning out as much as they can. Double file, man, for almost the entire field. Does not. Oh, 35 of West Fuller hard into the wall.
I don't know what that was. I mean,
my guess is somebody got loose off of that turn and came down and maybe clicked him, or it was just a reaction for.
That was a hard hit.
Oh, let's jump back into that. Sorry about that, everybody. Jumped in a little too late. Let's see. All right, we're just gonna have to wind this back just a little bit here and see what all happened. Oh, the 35 himself got loose off of that turn a little too high. When he corrected, did a good job, but man, Zach Woods in the 60 just nowhere to go. 85 of Nick Biddy involved, heavy contact for him.
85. I mean.
The 22 of Mike Sabanowski. Ow! Oh my god, look at that too, dude.
Bumper. Man, he has had a rough night tonight.
We'll jump on board here with that number 2 car. Do a great job of stopping. You see him slow down. Downshifting so it doesn't overreact.
I bet he was laughing after that and talking to the guy. I would have been laughing.
Wow. So a couple different situations happening there. I'm not sure who I'd put the blame on that one, whether that be Zach Woods. I mean, I'm not sure if he had an opportunity to slow down in time. The 80. Sorry, I'm getting my numbers wrong here. 35 of West Fuller, I know, did get loose off of that corner. Did a great job of saving it. But man, when you're racing right on top of each other like this, that stuff like that is to be expected.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting race. I mean, it's been fun to see for the 73 laps out of 150, and I believe this is our 5th caution or 4th caution today.
This might be number 5, if I'm not mistaken. I actually don't have my tower set up for this file to find out.
I think it is their 5th caution. And I believe
that actually won't be the end of the stage, because it has to be 5 laps to the end of the stage for a caution to come out. So we're actually going to have a close
7-lap shootout for the top 10 stage points.
Yeah, that's going to be the fun part right there. And maybe does anybody come down pit lane this time around? Kyle Rocket Speeds came in the last time on lap 65, so he does have the freshest tires. This could be a pretty good opportunity for him to try to make up some spots here, kind of right behind some of these guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, great job to the people that has came out here and made these paints for these drivers to keep their sponsors, showed on this show. I just want to give that shout out to them because these cars look beautiful.
Yeah, every single time I've got somebody new coming into the booth with me here for the Ghost Cup Series, that's one thing that everybody has said, I think without question. The paints that everybody's driving in this league is just absolutely phenomenal looking paint schemes. Kyle Rocket Speeds here in this number 36, that Tuskegee Airman paint. He actually brought that in for the patriotic race at Charlotte. Went on to win the race. Decided, I really like this. Brought it back again 2 races later and won again. So he said, I kind of like the good omen this paint scheme's got for me. So he's decided to keep it on full time for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah. And looks like we got Greg back in the booth. What do you got for us, Greg?
I totally forgot about you guys. Sorry about that. I didn't give anybody a penalty on that. I mean, Wes got in the wall, and then Zach just didn't check up fast enough, and then that's just it was a racing deal.
Oh, that's exactly what we figured might happen right there. I gotta say, Zach Woods is still in that modified, running up there in 11th position. It's working.
It's been a rough night for him.
Yeah.
as long as you can still keep up there, like I said, you're modified, you still got air, and you can still got enough RPM on that engine, go for it.
Oh, he mustn't.
Until you get that meatball flag, go for it, mop up those spots, get points. I mean, that's all you can do at this point, is mop up those spots, get points.
Here it is. Nick Beatty's in our infield care center. Nick, we're going to bring you in our infield care center, man. Unfortunate for you. Such a good race. What happened there?
It looked like they were racing hard. I think the 60 got Wes Fuller and turned him on the back stretch and just collected a bunch of us. There's a lot of people racing hard, 2 and 3 wide, so you know how it goes.
Did you already use your fast repair for the evening? Is that it for you?
I used it when we got caught up in that lap traffic, and I think I've got like 8 minutes of repairs to go. So I'll get out here and ride around a little bit more, but I don't think I'll be competitive.
Oh, man. Well, unfortunate, Nick. Sorry to have to see your race end this way. But, man, great run. Keep up the good work, and hopefully we get to talk to you in victory lane here next couple of races. You're showing some good speed to prove it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk to y'all later.
Yep, you have a great night, sir.
All right. Well, Nick joining in the infield care center for us. Getting ready to go green flag racing again. We're going to have only 4 laps to the end of the stage here. 4-lap sprint. Who's going to get stage points and who's going to be left wishing they had some more? Green flag racing here. 4 laps to go left in the stage. Dylan Mcdonald and Brock Whitehead battle side by side for the lead, but here comes Daniel Miglin with a strong push, and Trey Whitehead's going to abandon his brother on the outside, go to the inside, move back up to the outside to block that run. They're going to be right on top of each other here for the final couple laps.
I mean, honestly, this is where you're going to see people start pushing, because this is when they're going to start taking tires after they stay caution. So they're going to be pushing it, getting these points, getting in that top 10, and just working out here to get those stage points to get in that top of the leaderboard and get into that, chase. So it's good to see, these people out here fighting around. So
see the forward Daniel Miglin all the way to the high side there, trying to make up as much as he possibly can. Oh, we're going to click on the wrong one. Sorry about that, everybody. Trying to get a good overview of the battles we're going to have on the pack. But here it is, the battle for the lead. It's Dylan Mcdonald on the inside is last week's winner, Brock Whitehead, trying to do it. He's got a great run through 3 and 4, though, hanging on tough on the inside there for Brock. You see the 63 and the 36, opposite numbers, actually. Always fun to mention. Oh, the 31's going to slip up. And 1 and 2, McDonald's going to clear him. Here comes his brother Brock on the Trey on the outside.
3 wide.
Yep, 21's going to back out of it and said, I don't want any of that right now.
And can I say that 60 car is really doing good with no front bumper.
Oh, look at that. He's got to check up hard for the 21. Great save for the 60s. You just mentioned it. And they're battling hard for the lead. Here comes Bryce Kobler to the outside. 1 to go left in this stage.
Ooh, and those top people are going to start pushing it now. I mean, for me, I would push it, take tires and fuel, then save. They'd probably hit halfway as they do that 75% fuel. That's what I would do. And as they go 3 wide again, the 54, 31, and 63. Ooh,
oh, massive wreck behind them.
In the 48.
And that's it. Bryce Kobler's going to win this stage.
You want to get Bryce in here?
Yeah, we're going to get Bryce in here in just a moment. Wow, we're actually going to go ahead and see what brought out that wreck. Unfortunately, it looks like Ricky Gonzalez and Chris Hubka both are going to be involved in this one. I have to see exactly what happened. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide. The 5 and 99 touch, man. More net code is going to shoot the 5 into the 48. Great work by the 5 and the 48. They hold their brakes. They don't move until all the cars come by. Everybody's going to make it through just fine, aside from the 48 and 5. But wow, man, netcode just seems to be just hurting more and more drivers tonight.
Man, I mean, I don't know if they have a fast repair left after that. That's a rough wreck for both of them.
All right, Bryce Cobbler's coming down pit lane. We're actually going to allow him to hit his marks, stay down there before we bring him in. Don't want it to interfere with him in this moment in time.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Zach Wood's actually going to stay out in his modified there, number 60. Going to get himself a lap led. Every lap, every point counts.
Oh, yeah, and looks like Chris Hupka got an EOL.
Oh, so looks like that means the man who runs the league going to be the reason for the caution then. And
that tells you that doesn't matter what position you're in the league, everybody abides by the rule.
Well, and that's the good thing about RC, the race control they have, Greg Wood. I mean, and I say this as a friend, of course, but as a colleague in what is iRacing here. He's very strict, and he does not care who it is. He will give himself an EOL if that's the situation. So
it looks like Bryce Cobbler came out 10th.
Let's see here what we've got looking like.
So Zachary's going to be leading the field then.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Does he decide maybe to come down pit lane before then? We're going to take a moment, everybody. Greg hasn't jumped into the booth yet with us. I'm going to go ahead and you're going to see all these cars go white for just a moment. We're going to go ahead and just refresh the paints for everybody in case, like in the case for the 25, to see if we can't get an updated version for him.
And we got Greg in the booth. What do you think about that, Greg?
Womp, womp, womp. League owner causes a caution.
Yeah, he mentioned that he got the EOL, and I said, oh, there's our league owner. He calls a caution then.
He blamed it on Wally, and I said, you came down.
Yeah, I mean, and we were just talking about how while netcode was part of an issue there, at the same time, the contact was going to happen regardless. It's just netcode allowed it to happen earlier and probably with more force than it needed to be. But, I mean, we all know how netcode is nowadays.
I think that 6 is possibly going to get a lap back as well. So, yeah.
All right, so Emily, we're more than halfway through this race. So, what can we expect for the second half of this race? Do you think?
I mean, 75% fuel, so they will have to pit one more time if there is not another stage, and I believe there isn't. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, we're green flag assuming from here to the end.
Yeah, alright, so they will at least have to pit halfway from, I think that's what, 60, 70 laps, I say, green, if they go for it. So around halfway, they should pit. That should be the sweet mark to pit, take tires, be safe, and they should be good from there. But if there's a late caution, I say take tires and full send it. But that's just me.
Yeah, if you have an opportunity to save yourself a set of tires, that would absolutely be ideal to be able to do so. Right now, as mentioned, Zach Wood's going to be out there. I mean, he's run good, but that was in the pack, leading the pack. I don't know how it's going to be, so we'll see if the 83 of Joe David is going to be able to make up a good moment here and take the lead away.
And he also did not pit as well, so...
It looks like Christopher Tate is going to be right behind. He did come down pit lane on lap 80 there.
Yeah, so it looks like 2 cars stayed out.
Actually, he's going to show us 3. Right now, Tate's showing in front of the David Modelspaw on the 1, just where they're on track, but the 1 is actually going to line up in 3rd. He pitted 8 laps ago on the caution prior, so... he's not in too bad a condition when it comes to tires. And, I mean, Zach Woods and Joe David aren't terrible either, coming in at laps 66 and 65, respectively. But I think for Zach, that front end damage is what's going to be holding him back, and quite possibly a good chunk of that outside. So we'll have to see. I'll let you call this one, Emily, and see how they get through turns 1 and 2.
I feel like they should be going to the pits, dude. I mean, 80 laps on the tank of fuel. That's interesting. As Barney waves the green flag. And Zach is going to choose the outside lane. And we go green as Tate starts pushing the 60 car. So, I mean, Tate's going to start going for it. As everybody's going to start pushing out there too wide. Yeah. As Tate gets a really huge run, showing that new tires pay off. So he's just going to get up there. And that 60 car is just going to drop back there. Which, hey, he got laps led. Which... is points in the book.
Absolutely. Laps led, and anytime to be up front with a, and didn't actually have a bad restart. Oh, the 83 and the 1 made contact. The 1, can he save it?
Saves it.
Wow, unfortunately there for Modespal.
No, 83 saves it.
Oh, he's going to come back out on track. The 99's going to avoid it very well.
This is some interesting racing.
All these drivers pushing as hard as they can. Christopher Tate, Dylan McDonald side, or kind of bumper to bumper right now. Dan Miglin right behind him in 3rd. And Zach Woods holding on to 4th right now. He's going to lose 4th to Trey Whitehead and Kevin Gibney Jr. But after 3 laps here, I'll give it to Zach Woods, holding on very, very well. You can only imagine what he might be able to do with a fresh race car if he had one.
I mean, hey, he might just be pushing his car and saving that fast repair. You never know.
That is true. Right there, Dan Miglin and Trey Whitehead putting down their fastest laps of the day. So really pushing it hard here on this one, trying to gain as many positions as they possibly can. I know Dan and Trey are really hoping to get into the lead right now, but that belongs to Christopher Tate, the three-time winner in the league, as they're 3 wide behind him.
And can I say, I mean...
Oh, contact! Zach Woods and Kevin Gibney Jr., they hang on to it, though!
No caution!
I know they were 3 wide there with a 25. I know this. I'm not sure if it was a 60 or the... I think it was a 60. Didn't have much room to go there with a 25. I know, Kevin's going to be pretty frustrated with that one as well as Woods. I just don't know if that was maybe one of them or just happened to, one of those situations where you're 3 wide and only so much room available. As these 3 drivers up front still nose to tail, only 2.5 tenths between them.
Oh yeah, and can I mention 4 Chevys in the top 5? So hey.
4 Chevys in the top 5, as you mentioned. Only Ford up there is Dylan McDonald. Your highest running Chevy is Zach Woods in that 10th position. And then David Modespo, actually your only 2 Toyotas, in the league itself.
Oh my. So yeah, looks like there's a lot of Chevy guys and girls out there. So I guess people like Chevy. Not gonna start a debate over that.
Well, I'm a Ford guy, but I do see that there's a lot of Chevys out there. Some of the faster Fords like Alfred Denny, Robert Lawrence, and Chris Wheeler, of course, having significant damage in today's race and being unable to contend anymore from here.
Oh yeah, I do have a question for you. So how many more races are left in this season for them?
Let me go ahead and check. I know this is race number 12. And I know
do they plan on keeping running these Gen 6s or switching to those amazing Gen 7s that I've been seeing?
I'm not sure what the plan is. I'll have to ask Hupka here at one point. I know he really does love these Gen 6s, and these guys have put on a pretty good racing throughout with the Gen 6s throughout the season here.
I'm just curious. I mean, I know there's a couple of leagues that's just finishing out the Gen 6s, and next season they're switching to Gen 7s. Just from what I've heard. So.
This is actually the very first season for this league, and they decided to start with the Gen 6s.
Oh, wow. So, hey, good choice. I mean, they're an easy car to work with. I mean, all I gotta say is those next gens are a hassle.
Oh, are they ever? I said I did a Monday night. On Monday night, I did a race with McDonald, Wes Fuller, Alfred, Gibney, a couple of these guys I got to race with. We all raced in a Monday night league together in the next gens. We're at Michigan, and those things were so hard to drive. My goodness, were they so much fun, because you were just slipping and sliding. Oh, one of the most fun races I've ever been a part of.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, I don't know if you have this, but would you like to do, like, a turn it up for a couple laps?
Absolutely, we do have this turn it up session, everybody. Hang on tight. As I always say, if you're watching us on some headphones, be ready. It's gonna get loud here, everybody. Let's enjoy it.
you want me to bring it back, or you want to?
Oh, we are back. Go on ahead,
okay.
Emily.
All right, and as we do have a new race leader, Daniel Miglin. I butchered that so bad.
No, Miglin, he's got it. He's okay. Daniel will be okay.
But yeah, new race leader as Hay drops back to where? Hay drops back to 7th, so he must be been like, I'm pushing too hard, I'm gonna drop back, I'm gonna stay safe for, these last 50 laps. Hey, you don't got a fast repair anymore, might as well.
Yeah, he's got that rear end damage as you saw there, so it could be just trying to back off for a moment. But Daniel Miglin happy to take that lead with Brock Whitehead hot on his tail.
Oh yeah, from what I'm seeing is, we really don't have a determined race winner from now on. Race lead changes, I say, every 4 laps, I say.
That's what I love about Chicagoland. Really is one of my favorite races, or tracks on the schedule for that reason. Because
33 just slammed that wall.
Man, heavy contact there for for Trey. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep screwing that up. I have not screwed that up all season long. I screwed it up multiple times.
Man, as the top 2 are pulling away from that pack, which, hey, that tells you that they could be burning up those tires, or they have something that we don't know about.
Yeah, it's always nice when you got something figured out, as we're coming down to that 50 lap to go mark. These guys are kind of spread out. Let's go ahead and go give these guys a quick run through the field.
Oh, yeah.
Starting with our leader, Daniel Miglin, give just a moment. Maybe it shows, maybe it doesn't.
Yep, Daniel Miglin is the race leader.
Yep, I don't know why our driver details setup isn't coming up for everybody. But Daniel Miglin in first. Oh, there you go.
Oh. There we go. And I've seen that 4-car fast all night. So,
from Hoboken, New Jersey, and then here comes Brock Whitehead. Okay, this thing is just not quite wanting to work correctly. Hold on, everybody, just a moment. Brock Whitehead from Cleburne, Texas in second. In third belongs to Trey Whitehead, of course, his brother from Cleburne as well. In fourth, we got Bryce Kobler side by side with Daniel Miglin. Why are we going so fast? I'm sorry, Daniel. Oh my goodness, Dylan Mcdonald. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now anymore. From Fort Wayne, Indiana. Then you got Christopher Tate and Mark Gonzalez almost battling for there. Christopher Tate all over the back bumper there of Dylan McDonald. Mark Gonzalez here in 7th. In 8th goes to Jeffrey Vickery from Pembroke, Massachusetts. Christian Roos making his way back up from Sioux City, Iowa, up here into the 9th position. And rounding out your top 10.
Another Iowan. Hey, I'll take that.
There you go. I don't know if Christian is in the booth. Well, maybe we have a chance to bring him in later. Kyle Gardner from Erie, Pennsylvania. Vernon Reese, nice recovery for him as well from Watts. I don't know where that would be, but David Modestball as well. Nice little recovery for him. We saw him sliding through the grass earlier as you see somebody making contact with the wall. He's from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Vernon Reese.
He moved up to 12, so yeah, he's still doing good.
Wally Babb as well here currently in 13th. Michael Corvu, excuse me, from Sturbridge, Massachusetts. Kevin Gibney Jr. and Zach Woods, who made contact earlier in the race, side by side right on top of each other. Zach's going to go ahead and just let Mr. Modified go right on by from Revere, Massachusetts. And if I said that wrong, I know he will crucify me for saying that. Zach from Winfield, Pennsylvania, as I mentioned before, our resident pastor, always doing our invocations for us. Kyle Rocket Speeds trying to nurse this car with some damage there from Illinois. We always know Grandma Sue's watching, as always. Thank you. Joe David, I can't talk today, from Newport Richey, Florida, not very far from where I am actually, just maybe a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours up the road. Then you got Ricky Gonzalez in 19th. Chris Hupka, the man in charge, no front bumper on his car or rear bumper, from Laredo, Texas.
I mean, he's had a rough night, so.
Has he ever? Cliff Corvu, I do believe the first driver, one lap down, also from Southbridge, Massachusetts, and one of the owners here on the eSports Broadcasting Network.
ESBN paint scheme as well.
Yes, he is, as this battle for the lead continues to stay very hot.
They're running consistent times, and that's pretty good out here, so.
Posted to Robert Lawrence in 22nd, Chris Wheeler 23rd, Nick Biddy back out there in 24th. Alfred Denny in 25th. Jonathan Leach, the boss man, in 26th. Wes Fullers in 27th. Mike Salvanovsky, 28th, and Charles Whitehead, 29th. Those two drivers have parked their cars for the rest of tonight's race. So the only two drivers out of the race out of the 29 that started. So a full 27-car field with 44 laps to go. 20 on the lead lap. Plenty of opportunity. You still got to be careful here because an incident that takes you out of the race could easily drop you to a 27th place finish tonight.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen to me way too many times to count, where I've gone to, let's say, like 15 to 20 laps to go, where it's like, oh crap, I'm out of the race, you know? So this is the point where you still want to be careful as, you could have been out here for, I'd say, 140 laps and get wrecked out, or even like 120 laps and you're like, I only had 30 laps to go, you know? So at this point, you can race hard or you can take it slow and push at the last, 5 laps. That's what I would do. But for these guys, they figure, you know what? You're not first, you're last, right?
Absolutely. We're actually going to go ahead and jump in here. Now, we're almost 30 laps into this run for these tires. I know we've had some give or take with some cautions. But we're going to go jump on board. My favorite view always.
And can I say, it's about time where some of them might be coming down for that money pit stop. As they're going to be having 40 laps to go. So, I mean, Money's pit stop's going to be coming really soon. And seeing who's going to hit it right on that money.
You see Brock Whitehead. He hugged the bottom there in 3 and 4 for Old Tires spectacularly. He's going to get a great run down the front stretch. As much as I love this view, we got to go back out to see the battle for the lead as they dive down here to turn number 1. Brock with a very low entry. It's really going to hurt him, I think, here in 1 and 2 is Daniel Miglin's all the way to the outside. Brock just trying to give him as much room as possible, but at the same time, I may have really hurt his entry into 1 and cost him the opportunity at the lead there. As we do hit 41 laps to go, we'll be 40 laps to go as we come across the line this time around. And as you mentioned, it's going to be close sometime soon. We might be seeing some green flag pit stops as some of these guys are looking to split it in half, which I probably would say would be the way to go. Field is stretched out. I can't imagine we're going to have another caution here unless something crazy happens. So, very big opportunity for this race to finish the way it's looking like right now. And right now, these two guys are battling hard.
I mean, you can tell which one saved their tires right there. And I mean, Ford's going to start running that upper line and, probably trying to save tires as well, as the 31's going to try to get some laps left to get those points in the book as well. They're coming up on a lap car.
They're coming up on that 48. Oh, the Ford touches the wall in 1 and 2. He's going to lose the lead. He's going to have to let the 31 go on by. That'll allow them to stay single file as they do catch that 48 of Ricky Gonzalez, who currently is the last car in the lead lap, but looks like he will be the first car 1 lap down as they get around him. Here's Daniel Miglin maybe trying to use, or the 31's going to use him as a pick. The 4 was ready to peak to go 3 wide there if he had that run. Comes the 4 right back to the outside here of that 31. The 4, as you said, looks like he's just used up his tires. He can't quite get that momentum that he's looking for as the 31 now looking to just pull away as they go through here. But right now, great battle here for that 3rd position. The 24 of Mark Gonzalez, the 38 of Dylan McDonald, and Christopher Tate all on top of each other here for 3rd.
And can I mention that huge gap that's between 2nd and 3rd, almost a 5-second gap.
Yeah, they are trying to make the most out of that lead that they've got at the moment.
And can I also mention another thing too, from what I've seen from green flag pit stops is to gain thoughts is whoever's going to be a lap down and not a lap down coming through that pit cycle once it finishes.
Yeah,
because I've seen when 27 cars are on the lead lap, after the pit cycle, 8 are on the lead lap. So,
yep, I mean, you got to be careful. Very easy to speed coming down pit lane or even lose it trying to get to pit lane. It's a very slick racetrack and very hot old tires. And the transition is not very kind here at Chicagoland. Very similar to Kansas, where it's so difficult to get onto pit lane. And Daniel Miglin is actually going to be the first leader to come down pit lane. So here it is. You're going to make up a good amount of time. Right now, these drivers are almost 2 seconds slower than their fastest laps. So
and can I say, I mean, his speed limit is 50 miles per hour. So it's fast, but not as fast as some other tracks out there. So they do gotta watch it coming in there, so they don't get that speeding ticket. Cause under yellow, they can speed in it, but it'll put them to the end of the line. So they still gotta watch it. Otherwise, I believe it's gonna be a 45-second serving penalty.
Yep. And Trey Whitehead making his way down pit lane, as well as Joe Davis, some of your lead lap cars. Brock Whitehead still out there, not deciding to come down pit lane just yet. But the driver he was battling decided to come down pit lane. So Brock's got himself a nice 4-second lead here. Can really just run qualifying laps on his own to finish this one off with really nobody in his sight. A lap car a few seconds ahead of him, but he's got plenty of space all around him.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can just tell that he's in saving mode. Saving those tires, saving. I mean, I would be too. You're in first, you're saving tires. I mean, you could tell he saved tires from what, that 48 car was. I mean, he passed that car with ease.
So, I mean, the question becomes now, if this race goes green, how much time does Daniel Miglin say is he going to pick up here? Again, you're a second to 2 seconds behind on your, or slower right now in these older tires. So he's gaining at least that 1 or 2 seconds a lap. So, I mean, this is working exactly as Miglin would hope for it to do. Stay green so he can make up that time.
From what I'm seeing from Brock, he has at least an 8 to 9 second gap from him in second place. Oh, nope. My bad. I changed to 4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah, it switches around every once in a while.
But still, like 5 second gap from him going to pit road. I mean, hey, that is something that's like, hey, I got 6 seconds to be able to get in and out, and it gives me up a little bit more time.
Oh, caution's out
in front of me. Ooh, see, I knew Brock was gonna wait. That's probably what he was waiting for.
Kyle Gardner and Michael Korv, who did make it on the pit lane here, they might go a lap down while they're on pit lane, it looks like. So this might only leave 9 drivers on the lead lap. And we're going to go ahead and jump over to see exactly what happened. Might be one of our boss men here, Cliff Corvu. He's side by side here with Vernon Reese. Oh, Cliff just
I don't
pushed.
think he saw him.
He didn't. I mean, and that I don't know. Is that more net code that we're gonna have here?
I mean, I've seen a lot of net code in this race.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the worst I've seen it in a very long time. Let's look at a different view. And he came up and would have made contact anyways, but I feel like, yeah, I turned him earlier than it needed to, honestly. So I will say he's probably gonna get the EOL for that one. I can see that happening, but at the same time, man, you wish it just didn't shoot his car to the right there. It really should not have.
Oh yeah, and I mean, this is where we're going to see, hopefully, everybody coming down that pit road, getting fuel, getting tires. And as I believe we're 30 laps from, that green, that checkered flag. So, I mean, it's going to be 30 laps, shootout.
Yep, you got 9 drivers coming down pit lane. Everybody else just going to hope to get their laps back here by taking a wave around, including the 10 of Ricky Gonzalez. Well, actually, Ricky's not going to be able to take a wave around. He's actually going to be pitting, but hey, he held on long enough. He's actually going to get one of that lap back for himself. So great job for Ricky. Kyle Gardner, Trey Whitehead. I'm sorry, Ricky Gonzalez will be on the lead lap here. He got the lucky
Brock
dog.
Comes out first, so I mean, he didn't really lose any spots. You want to get Brock in here?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and bring Brock Whitehead here into the booth with us.
Real quick, netcode strikes again.
Oh, there we go. That's what we're talking about. We did mention that, in some of these situations, Greg, I mean, is it time for drivers maybe to just be more aware and not be so tight on top of each other, knowing that netcode is just going to keep biting them in the ass, or are you just going to keep trying for it?
You're a racer. You just got to keep going for it. Sometimes it'll snag you, sometimes it won't. I mean, it's just simple as that. I mean, iRacing really needs to do something about it. Nobody gives a crap about rain. We need to fix the freaking netcode. I'll say it time and time again. I don't care about rain. I don't even care about the updated body styles. Fix the freaking netcode.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
I'm the person that's waiting for the new Atlanta to be released. So
I new Atlanta.
Nah, I'm one of those people. I want to see that new track surface. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I do side with you about the net code. That does need to be looked into. I mean, from what we can tell, it's been really bad out here, which really sucks for some of these drivers. That one guy that literally had, I say, 5 to 6 feet that got taken out. I mean,
that was Brock.
Yeah. Hey, he's up in first, so.
But I will say, I mean, the net. I mean, honestly, as you mentioned, Emily, the net code's probably been as bad today as really as I've seen it in any one of these Ghost races this year, Greg.
Like tonight's been horrible.
Yeah, don't know quite what's happening, but we're gonna have a nice little shootout to finish this race.
I'm gonna drag Brock in here really quick.
All right, Greg, we appreciate it. Hopefully, we're done talking to you for the rest of the night. We see you next week.
Alrighty, see ya.
It won't be the last time we see him. We always say that it never is. So.
All right, Brock, Emily, and Angel in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, and before y'all say anything, knock on wood. I swear.
Knocking on wood right now. All right. How are you feeling today? I mean, you got really screwed over by that massive net code earlier.
Yeah, we've had a down race again. Few challenges here and there, but it doesn't seem like it's going to stop the car any. We're able to save tires and be fast on the long run, so maybe if we can get quad a long run here, we might have a chance.
Are you hoping for another caution to come out, or are you wanting it to go green from here on out?
I don't know. Just depends on when the caution comes out and if I'm involved, of course. But yeah, green flag run would not be too bad for me, since of course, like I said, the tires, like I said, and the car's fast.
All right, bro.
Yeah. We're gonna let you concentrate and get back out here as we're about to go green.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, Emily, we've had a few issues this season with the broadcaster's curse.
Yeah, that might have been a bad idea. We'll see how it goes, though. I did knock on wood.
And we did not mention anything. We just asked him how his race was going, and
oh yeah, and I knocked on wood like he asked. So
hey, I did as well. My stuff is wood here, so
same over here. All right, as we get ready to go green, as Brock leads it off. I mean. Really? I bet we're going to see a really big battle between the 31 and the 38. I mean, but hey, both in the 30s, both perfect to finish 1 and 2. Or 2 and, So, it's really good to see if they're going to start pushing or, starting to push 15 laps left. I mean, it really just depends on if you can save those tires from 30 laps or what.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be about 27, now 26 as they come across the line.
And I say, if I was them, I'll start pushing lap 20. That's me. But, they might have their own opinion where they have better tires at lap, 10, and they're going to start flying. I mean, as you see Brock just pushing, getting that, almost half-second gap between him and the 38. But, I mean, it won't stay like that as, again, the run that they're getting with, again, we see Tate now in the top 3. So, yeah, I mean, we really don't know who's going to win here, as we've seen Tate, Dylan, and, Rock out here pushing 1, 2, 3, back to back.
Yeah, I mean, right on top of each other. You see these guys. You see a little bit on the apron there for, I think that was the 21 of Jeffrey Vickery. We'll see him lose a couple of spots in the process. So here comes Christopher Tate to the outside of Brock Whitehead. This is going to be a power move here for the 54. He takes the lead there coming off of turn number 4.
I feel like the 31's taking it slow. In my opinion, I feel like he's taking it slow because he knows what can happen if he pushes it too hard. Ooh, 25 gets loose with the 35 getting into him, but saves it.
Wow, what a save there for Bryce Kobler. Going to be the save of the day. We'll put that right there on the board as the one of David Modespall's all over his back bumper, pushing him hard. They are just a hornet's nest. Oh my goodness.
Pushing him like it's Talladega, right?
Man, this is great to watch as they battle for first. I'm not sure what's better, the battle back here, the battle for first.
I mean, they're side by side. I mean, wow. I mean, they're all on even tires, moving out here. That's Tate. I mean, I can tell 31's pulling back off him right now.
Is he ever? You saw the 85 of Nick Beatty make a little bit of contact with the wall further back, but Right now, this is the battle for third. Dylan McDonald, Bryce Kobler, the 1 of David Mottespall, 21 of Jeffrey Vickery. Mark Gonzalez here hanging on. Kevin Gibney Jr. just about 4/10 behind them. Really looking to continue what's been so far a good race for a lot of these drivers. Nice to see some of their luck turn around for tonight's race.
Oh yeah, and I mean, hey, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'll wait till we finish this race and I'll say it. I don't want to bring the broadcaster curse out here.
Oh, I love bringing the broadcaster's curse out here for all of them, just because it's all fun and games. And while mostly everybody seems to like me here, I know they're starting to get a little pissy with me for some of my broadcaster curses. I mean, hey, I'm going to be honest. He's looking pretty good to win this up here. Yeah, I mean,
knocking on wood, I have to.
A lot of these guys, man, looking
here,
great.
So I can't be making enemies here. I gotta still knock on wood. I can't be making enemies.
No, but here comes Dylan McDonald, that number 38. Bryce Kobler hanging on. Man, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers. 7 drivers within 1.5 seconds. Within half a second of these guys. Kevin Gibney losing a little bit more time in there, and then the 2 of Alfred Denny is a lap car chilling behind this group of leaders.
19 laps to go, so this is where we're going to start seeing a lot of them start pushing through the 3-wide, 4-wide. I mean, we've seen 4-wide. I mean, hey, it's possible when we go 5-wide. You never know. I mean, people will try anything these days to get a win out here, right?
Oh, absolutely. Anything to get a win, especially here in the Ghost Coupling. Though the one big slide for him. And Alfred Denny, man, we're jumping in on board at perfect times today. Seeing Alfred listening to him off the throttle the entire time to not hit the one.
That one car moved. I mean, he boogied up here from a rough night he's had, moved up to 7th position. So he's been grooving and boogieing out here, moving up.
Yeah, great to see for my friend here, David Mottespall, in that number 1 Toyota Camry. Again, one of only 2 Toyotas in the field, making them look good right now, running in the top 10. On board right now with your 24th place driver, Alfred Denny. They're going to go 3 wide in front of him. You're hearing he's off the throttle. He said, nope, stay away, don't want any of it.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I would too. 3 wide this late in the game, it's a no-no. I mean, I'd say, you're down to 1 to 2 laps to go. I'd say, you know what? We can try 3 wide, but I would push it to say, 2 wide, that's enough for me.
Oh, these guys are going to be 3 wide. You know that for a fact. Battling hard, hopefully for some positions here.
Somebody goes down the pit road.
I think that's the 35 of Wes Fuller, one of your cars, just trying to limp his way through the field. I know Mama Fuller watching. Sorry for Wes there having himself a bad evening. But, man, we're having a great view. I'm telling you, I just want to stick here with Alfred's view, man. It's great to see what these drivers get to see on track. And he's got himself a great one
battle,
right now. Oh, the 24 into the wall. The one gets into him. Heavy damage to the back of the 24 there going into turn 3. They all do a great job of staying off of each other, but heavy contact there for the 24 and the 1. That's going to hurt them. But luckily, they've got 4 seconds now on back to the 8th place car, Christian Roos.
I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a battle between the top 3 really fast, as I mean, from my experience, I believe that 31 saving his tires to push, to be able to pass the 54 as, the 54 is leading. I mean, he's burned up his tires a couple times, but he's also been saving them. So, it really depends on what he's doing right now. But the 31 save, I know he's in save mode right now.
Well, oh no, 38 and 25, they make contact! Dylan McDonald
comes out, 15 laps to go.
Oh my goodness, and the 25 slides down on track. He's going to hold the brakes right there. Nobody else involved. Oh my goodness, what just happened there?
And now this, if I'm correct, this is the time to pit and take those tires. This is the time, if you have that last set of tires, take them, push.
All right, we're going to jump into our chopper cam here. We're going to look to see the contact between the oh, you see it right there. Right before the initial turn, he goes to give him a push, and when he does, it upsets the 20. Actually, he gets him right in that right rear a little bit. 25 just moves around. Yeah, I don't know if the 38's going to get an EOL for that. I know he's going to be really unhappy running in 4th right now if he has to get the EOL because of it. I can see it going either way, though.
I believe the 38, correct?
Yes.
I do not see that yet.
All right, we'll just give it a moment. Our RC could be just double checking that. We're not going to bring anybody into the. Actually, you know who we're going to bring into the booth? We're going to bring in Alfred Denny.
Oh yeah, who is that?
Yeah, we're going to bring in Alfred Denny because we can't jinx him right now where he's running, and he had a great view. So, Alfred.
Yeah, we got him in the booth.
Al, how's it going, buddy?
It could be going better. But
yeah, I'm sure, but you got yourself quite a view there of that top 6 drivers going at it. Man, that was a great view. We jumped on board with you and heard you having to get off the throttle multiple times to avoid getting into these guys. But man, how is that?
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I mean, I definitely, being 10 laps down, don't really want to cause any incidents or anything, so I'm just kind of running my race and just watching it. You know, it sucks to have the speed to be running with the top pack, but be 10 laps down. So.
Hey man, all you can do is just push out here. I mean, mop up those spots, get some points. That's really what you can do when you're, more than 5 laps down. But hey, you're doing good out there, bud. Keep it up.
Thank you much.
All right, Al. Well, good luck, and we're gonna send you back into your chat, and Greg will join you here in a few. All right,
Hi.
Greg.
That was a bad push. It was a bad push.
Yeah. Will the 30 AP getting a penalty by chance?
No.
Yeah.
No, just one of those things. They were bump drafting, and one car moved, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, that's exactly what we mentioned. We thought, like, we can see maybe the 38 getting the UL for that, but it definitely was. You saw the 25 just, just the back end get loose on him as soon as the 38 got up to him, and then, I mean, there's nothing more you could do from there.
It is what it is.
Can I mention 10 cars pitted? So looks like the top 10 cars pitted, and the first 2 cars stayed out. So that's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. As like I said, 15 laps ago, take tires, push. That's really what it comes down to.
All right, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and take another brief break before we go back green flag racing. We'll see everybody in just a few moments. All right, after a quick little break there, we wouldn't have time to finish that second commercial to go with it. So, Emily, I think you mentioned in the chat that you were using some of these Jones racing setups.
Oh yeah, I mean, Martinsville, right? What a headache, right? But no, I ran first open set today, and I think my fast was like a 19.4.
Ooh, that's pretty good, cause I know. Like regulars, that's over a second faster than what you could do in the iRacing setup, and that's just
Oh yeah, I mean, I was doing really good with that setup, but again, I kind of got put back, so I actually was in that race prior to having to jump in this with you guys and enjoy this lovely race that we're having here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a ton of fun so far to broadcast, and we're gonna be going green flag racing with 10 laps to go. You do see the 1 of David Mossbaugh and the 4 of Daniel Miglin. Both of those drivers stayed out, having last pitted on lap 120 for Mossbaugh and 114 for Miglin. So they'll be on some older lap tires here, anywhere from about 23
I feel that
to
one's
17.
modified now.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how does he manage staying up front there. His teammate is Zach Woods, so both of these both of these drivers out there running modifieds, but hanging on tough.
10 laps to go.
Oh,
so
I think the 60's got a front bumper now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, 60's got himself a front bumper.
Hey, what did I say? They had that in their back pocket. What did I say?
Great timing for him. Hopefully he's going to pull off a top 10, currently running 13th.
And can I say? I mean, it's going to be interesting what's happening. So, here we go. Alright, as we get ready to go green, as David leads the field and pushes out of 54 again. I mean, we see Tate doing that a lot. Starting pushing. Goes low on him. To get past him, get it 1 car length behind him. And
man, the 1's going to hold him. Oh, contact between the 1 and the 54.
And I mean, that 54 tried getting, you know, a car between him and the people behind him. That would have helped him for this, like, 8-lap shoot up that would happen.
Here
and
comes
the one car is going to be dropping back like a fly.
But here comes Jeffrey Vickery. He comes to the outside of Christopher Tate. This is going to be a shootout for the last 10 laps. There's no saving tires here. 9 laps to go. We got one car almost in the wall there, the Ford Daniel Mick of Dylan McDonald. But the battle for the lead right now. Jeffrey Vickery storms to the outside for the lead. Here comes Brock Whitehead.
I don't think I've heard that name yet, have I?
Oh, contact between Christopher Tate and the 38. That's the type of contact you want to see with iRacing doing nothing. They stay perfectly straight through there. Caution's out.
And can I say, I don't think we've heard Jeffrey in a while, have we?
No, Jeffrey's been running top 5, kind of the back end of the top 5, top 10, really, this entire race. So...
Man, do you want to get him in here and talk to him?
We're actually, I'm gonna believe in not talking to anybody that's running up front with the end of the race.
All right. Maybe we can pull somebody random after this race, you know, to give somebody, you know, to see how their race was. Maybe somebody from midfield or something. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds good to me. Oh, contact between the 14 and the 1. The 14 just came up off of the track, or off that bottom, and oh, heavy contact for him with the 4. Boy. You see Alfred Denny going through the grass there, avoiding all of that fun stuff right there.
I believe that's gonna put, I think, 4 laps to go.
That could be about 4 laps to go by the end of this one.
And I will say, you know, green-white checkered rule. You want to explain that for me?
Green-white checkered here. If I'm not mistaken, we do get 2 green-white checkers here. Let me go ahead and double check that for us.
I got that for you.
It is 2 green-white checkers. Yes. So 2 green-white checkers. We definitely won't count this one, so we'll have at the opportunity to do at least, or I'd say at the max we have 3 more attempts to do this.
Yeah, and
I don't think we'll need them, though.
With what I've seen, they should be able to do it. But I mean, it could get dicey. They could bring it 4 or 5 wide. I mean,
they could. They'll definitely be getting 4 wide. I can tell you that much. It's gonna be a blast to watch them do that.
We might need to do the start and finish camera on the line to see who's gonna pass it first. We'll see.
Yes, you see right there, that was the 84 of Cliff Corvu getting one of his laps back. That 21st position for the 84, that ESBN. That's that beautiful looking paint scheme, as you mentioned earlier, created by Cliff himself.
Oh yeah, I mean, amazing paint. The 21 and the 31. I'm sorry, that 31 paint scheme blows out of the water. I love how that chrome accent looks on that.
Well, the colors look great on it. I can tell you that much. It's a little dirty right now from this racetrack and this long race that we've had. But yeah, it's good looking car. Love how the colors really just blend in with each other so well, and really just work as just the scheme overall looks so well. It's not simplistic, but it's simple enough where like it just looks good to have.
Oh yeah, and I mean, the thing is, I feel like we're gonna see you know, the 31 up and possibly, you know, win this.
I know we have
the 21 I get. Wait, is the 21 leading this? Yes. Oh, it's not showing correctly on it. My bad. There we go.
There you go. We do have a couple of people not too happy in our in the Discord chat. Kind of enjoyable to see, but we'll let them be as it is.
I don't see nothing.
All right, so right now we could give you a quick little rundown of the top 10. Jeffrey Vickery in first. Brock Whitehead currently in second. Brock, your last week's winner. Dylan McDonald in third. Christopher Tate in fourth. Kyle Rocket Speeds in fifth. Mark Gonzalez in sixth. Kyle Gardner in seventh. Ricky Gonzalez in eighth. Zach Woods in ninth. And Mr. Modified Kevin Gibney Jr. in the 10th position. I'm going to say this. Your leader hasn't won a race this season, but then he's got Brock, Dylan McDonald, Christopher Tate, and Kyle Spees, all multiple-time winners this season, right behind him.
People. I mean, we've seen them tonight. They've been out front. All three of them moving, grooving, getting their laps in, laps led, points in, and everything. And I don't know if it's this league, but every lap you lead, do you get a point for that? Or is it you lead one lap and you get a point for that and that's it?
And that's it, unless you do lead the most laps, you will gain an additional bonus point for that as well.
All right. And right now, I don't know who has the most laps left, as it has been going back from Tate, 31. So, be interesting to see who has the most laps left after this, right?
Yeah, I would say probably Christopher Tate, which of course helps his bonus points nonetheless. But here we are, getting ready to go green flag racing, hopefully for the final restart of the evening in the Ghost Cup Series presented by the Fort Worth Screen Printing Company. Barney the Flagman is going to drop the green flag 4 laps ago, just as you called it, Emily. Here we are, side by side, going to dive down here into turn number 1. It is the battle between Jeffrey Vickery, but Jeffrey's actually going to clear for first. Great restart for him. Barack and Dylan will stay side by side for second, and it's side by side for at least a couple rows back.
Oh yeah, I mean, looking at it, I don't. Wow. I mean, that's 21 is.
We do have a caution.
Oh, there's a caution. Yep, a caution just came out. So that will be putting us into NASCAR overtime, I think.
That should be putting us here into overtime. We're following it in the 99. Oh, contact between multiple.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're actually going to jump back.
Yeah, now put us into NASCAR overtime, starting our first green-white checkered out of 2.
Sorry, everybody. This is just not working very well for itself at the moment. Looks like some people backing up actually here on the initial start. Let's go ahead and see what the 1 sees. Oh, David Montesball. The 4 did not get going. Looks like he missed a shift, and it was just an accordion effect for everybody behind.
Ooh. And that will be putting us into NASCAR overtime, everybody. It looks like we got Christian Ross and Infield Care Center.
All right. Hold on just a moment. All right, Mr. Roos, just remember you are live, but you are welcome to say what you need to say. Christian, how's it going?
I've had better days, we can put it that way.
All right. Go ahead and give us a quick little description there, what all happened, and what's taking you out of the race officially for the rest of the evening.
Well, long story short is I just got ran over a couple times by a couple different guys, and put me behind the 8 ball. I got everything fixed, and then the last couple cautions, it's been hurting me a little bit more, and then that last one, I just ended up with a meatball. I honestly don't even remember what happened, but under caution, my engine blew, so I got a nice push back to the pits, thanks to Cliff Corvo for that one. He and I go back for a while, so he's a good guy. But yeah, I'm out with blown engine right now and hope to recover for next week.
Yeah, Cliff being one of the guys who helps run this all and put SRM and ESPN together, so he's pretty important for all of us here, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Cliff's a good guy.
Oh, we lost him. Hold on. I don't know what happened to him.
He lost his packets.
Oh, he may have just disconnected him entirely then. Oh, sorry, Christian, for losing us there. But we do have RC here in the booth with us.
Oh, I gave that to Mr. Number 4. I should have gave him a black flag for the last caution for pinching off of turn 2 and causing that ordeal, but I was a nice guy and I didn't. But since he wants to start where he started and knowing he's well below power, not get out of the way, not move over, and basically clog up the whole field, technically causing that caution, now he got a black flag.
Got it. There you go. It looked like he had missed a shift from how slow it was going, but yeah, under power, that would make sense.
Yeah, so he said there's no common courtesy in the last 5 laps. I was like, well, then you're definitely getting a well-deserved black flag.
And it looks like Cliff is joining back in, so looks like he has some problem with his instrument. Hopefully he can get back here on the track and possibly get a lap back. I mean, it's going to be really hard to see if he can move back up here. I mean, looks like he's going to have a rough night, don't you say?
Absolutely. That's quite the Quite a nice little recovery, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, and as it will be 3 laps to go, NASCAR overtime. So meaning, we will have another car comes out, we'll have another try at this, and if that doesn't work out, it'll be ending standing order from whoever crossed that finish line in what position, and that will lock in their position for their end race results. So hopefully they can run it green for the last 3 laps, and we don't need to go into another NASCAR overtime. And hopefully they'll make this race interesting. I mean, we might see 4 wide.
Yep, we are going to be line them up here, getting ready to go green. As you just mentioned, 3 laps to go. Will be 2 laps to go by the end of this caution break here. Man, I'm excited to see how is this one going to finish out.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's been a battle between 38, 31, 21, and the 54. I mean, those are all 4 fast cars out here I've seen. I mean, even the 36 moving up here. I believe won last week, if I'm correct. The 36.
No, it was the 31 who won last week. Kyle Rocket Speeds had won 3 weeks ago.
All right,
if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
So,
he has won 2 races this season, nonetheless.
All right, so hey, I mean, a chance for any of these top 5 guys to bring home this. You never know. Anything can happen. Somebody can spin out that last lap. I mean, really. The 10th person could bring home this one. You never know. So it really comes down to who's going to be racing clean, or even who gets across that finish line first. So as the pace car, lights are off. We're about to go green.
Here it is. Flagman's going to wave it down. Green flag racing once again. Green white checker. 2 laps to go here in the Ghost Cup Series. Here comes the field. Oh, they're wrecking big time into turn 1. Oh, they're everywhere here. Oh, I don't know what happened.
And this will put us into our second NASCAR overtime. Meaning, if we don't get this correct, it'll be the end of the race.
All right. I'm going to pause that for just a brief moment. We're going to jump back here. And, we're actually already wrecking before this moment in time.
Oh, yeah.
Look. This is not the
3 wide. I mean, 3 wide.
I'm not sure how they got 3 wide so quickly. It looks like the 99 tried going to the outside of the 83 who had damage.
I mean, they were across
4
the
wide,
line.
and the 99 got into the 83.
I've seen the 99 in a lot of wrecks today.
Yeah, which is a little surprising. Wally's just maybe having himself a bad day. I mean, he's overall been had a pretty consistent season, so very unfortunate for him there. Rack him up. Try this one more time to get one more attempt at this.
And if not, whatever position they are in is their finishing order for tonight.
To see what we end up seeing here.
And
with,
I know Brock and Tate does not want to see another caution come out. So both of them are wanting to push up to bring this win home.
Yeah, Jeffrey said, "Bring out the caution, please."
Yeah, and I mean we've heard both of them say, "Please no cautions," because I say they're good on long runs, especially the 31 is really good on long runs. So I think he was wishing for a caution to not come out. So we'll see how this goes. And I believe for this league, they don't make it a lap single file. Is that a thing in this league?
I'm sorry, you cut off there on my side. I know that wasn't on your side. It was on my side. Say that one more time.
By chance, in this league, single file restart. Is that a thing here if they don't make it a lap?
I think it's typically at the discretion of race control. I do not believe it's something we'll be seeing at this moment in time. So.
All right.
We'll have to see.
Good to know.
Race control's not coming. We're gonna drag him in here. Greg, I just dragged you in here. I think you forgot about us.
I did not. I'm still going over this mess.
Oh my god.
There you go. I figured as much then.
I'm trying to figure out who. I just disabled all chat. All chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, I mean, technically you can't get out of line before start finish line, but there also is a rule where if somebody doesn't go, you can get out of line, but.
From what I saw, it looked like the 99 was clear when he passed the car, because he was past the finish line, but that's up to RC, so. And will we be starting single file or double file for this restart?
Double file.
All right.
We're gonna. We're gonna give it to 99.
That's about what
And
we
there it
expected
is,
from that
folks.
one.
And
Yep.
EOL penalty goes to Wally Bab, which means he has to go to the end of the line and try to work his way back up there. But, you know, it's going to be 3 laps to go, so he's going to have to push a lot to get up. I say, what is it? How many? He has to push up 18 spots. So that leaves us with, I believe, 19 cars left on the lead lap for 3 laps to go. That's really good, isn't it?
Yep, that also means that is a lot of points you could lose in just the final 2 laps.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I've seen that before where I've lost a ton of points in the last laps. So, I mean, yeah. I believe the pace cars will be going, will they be going off yet or no?
It looks like they decided to extend the caution, actually, just 1 more lap there. Maybe some of these guys in the back did not get lined up, so maybe holding on for that.
Oh, there we go. Lights are off on the pace car as we will be going green this time around. And again, as I mentioned it, if we do not get it right this time, whatever standing order they are in is what they finish in and what the points will finish at. So, again, hoping they can go, 3 laps. And it's going to be an interesting race to see what this does.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight really here. I mean, I'm saying any one of these drivers in the top 10, I can see pulling off a victory. So I mean, it's gonna be really minding your P's and Q's and just hoping you can make it to these final 2 laps.
Oh yeah, and I mean, for here, it really is minding your P's and Q's, keeping it clean. I mean, from what we've seen, people have been trying, but netcode's got the best of a lot of people here.
That's another thing. Hoping and praying that netcode's not going to be an issue for you as well.
I mean, I know when I race here, I like to try a side draft, but yet you also got to deal with that netcode. So, yeah, as the pace car drops down, and the 21 will be leading it off, and there he goes. As he's going to be leading the field, going to be staying down low as the 31 did not get a run as he was hoping for. So, I mean, the 38 is going to start pushing him. The 31, netcode between the 31 38 is going to bring out
and it's
the
over.
caution. Ooh.
It's over right there.
It's over. Finishing order, you top 3. That was rough.
We'll have to give it a moment for iRacing to get that figured out as to who finishes where, but
and I believe our race winner is Jeffrey Vickery. I believe that's his first time win for this league.
Yep, we got ourselves a first time winner this week. Actually, oh goodness, the netcode is just unreal, and to finish today, and poor Brock being screwed so badly twice.
Man, I mean, that's so sad to see out here.
Nothing he could have done. Nothing Kyle Rocket Speeds could have done either. I mean, you can't just slam on the brakes in the 2 laps ago. I mean, you don't know it's netcode in front of you.
Hopefully he got a position locked in. Hopefully he got a position locked in.
Yeah,
see here. I mean,
have to wait to see where they kind of.
Ooh, and we got a lot of black flags there for some reason.
Yeah, what was happening is I think that yeah, some guys may have come down. I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
Looks like Brock's gonna finish 14th.
We'll have to see how.
No, he finished 3rd.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it actually crosses them at the line, because I know they just crossed the line there, and he kind of just drove around the field. So I don't know if that's gonna give him 3rd or.
The official thing is the top 5 is Jeffrey Vickery in the 21, 38 Dylan Mcdonald, 31 Brock Whitehead, which, hey, I mean, that must have froze him as soon as he got wrecked, which that helps him a ton. Actually, no, it just changed again. I guess I'm a liar here, guys.
No, don't worry at all. I'm gonna try to find a view here, maybe where we can see the.
I guess we'll just wait a little bit to see what happens. I guess.
Okay, here, let's see. Nobody, anybody behind him at the moment.
Yeah, looks like Brock just ended up taking it to fifth. So, man finishes, I say, 15th. Not the finish he was looking for. Right.
Alright, let's actually double check our results here officially from iRacing. It's going to show Jeffrey Vickery as our leader, of course, Dylan Mcdonald is second, and Christopher Tate in third. We'll go back to that in just a moment. Just wanted to make sure we do interview our correct people.
Yep, and do me.
Let's go ahead and bring in Christopher Tate.
Yeah, you want me to grab him for you?
Absolutely.
Alright, give me 1 second. I don't think we have.
Tate should be all the way up top. Here he is. I got him. He's a little further up here.
Oh, there he is. Yep, I got him. Never mind, you got him.
All right, Chris, this is Angel and Emily here in the ESBN broadcast booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
I do believe it looks like you should be officially scored here in the third position, coming home with a top 3.
Yeah, it's definitely not where I wanted to finish. I didn't want to see those cautions at the very end, but I mean, it's a good point stay to say the least. So just take it with a grain of salt and move on.
What is there anything? I mean, of course, without cautions coming out, I mean, what could have been your strategy there to finish that race? I mean, were you gonna have to move somebody out of the way in that bottom? It seemed like the bottom became that preferred lane to just kind of cover your ground as much as you could.
It was either that or just try and get a run and just pinch them in the corner to where they would either have to lift or would just both wreck. But I don't know. I didn't want to see the initial caution. Whenever me and Brock were going at it, and just the restart wrecks just killed it.
Well, definitely an unfortunate situation there, Christopher. Next week, we get to go visit the high banks of Daytona International Speedway here in my backyard in Florida. What can you hope to get for there? I mean, I know you're kind of in that points battle, hopefully trying to get into that into the playoffs. I know a win is a guarantee, well, not a guarantee, but a win certainly would go a long way. How can you manage yourself at Daytona next week?
Just really stay out of trouble, get as best finish I can. I'm hoping tonight what actually got me in the top 16. I believe I was either 36 or 42 out. I'm not very sure, but I'm hoping tonight at least got me in the top 16, and hopefully I can just keep it there next week.
Yeah, the guys, honestly, not to kind of give you the worst news, the guys kind of right in front of you actually had pretty decent days, but I know you did leave plenty of laps and get some good stage points. So, Christopher, congratulations. I'm sure you got a couple people you'd like to thank before we let you go celebrate your podium finish here.
Yeah, first off, congrats to Jeff. He deserves this one. I mean, he's been pretty strong all season that I've been here. I want to thank Grit Marketing for helping me out and late models and all that stuff. Thank Hubka for letting me in here. Everyone that's racing, I want to thank you guys for broadcasting, Footwear Screen Printing for sponsoring the league. I'm sure they do a lot. And that's about does it.
All right, Chris. We appreciate it. You are right. Forward Screen Printing does also plenty throughout the racing community, whether it's iRacing or in real life with Rick Ware Racing's cars. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
And I will get Dylan up here.
Absolutely.
Oh, wrong person.
Sorry, Chris. Hold on.
There we go.
All right.
Dylan, this is Emily in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right. Second place podium finish. What's going through your head? And what was those late cautions like for you?
It was a little disheartening because I did want to see it end under green and along green flag pit stop, but once the cautions start coming out, I just wanted to stay right where I was and not force the issue with anybody. And luckily, I was able to keep it underneath me and not get loose or get pushed out of the way. And glad I got a top 3 out of the whole deal.
Oh yeah, I mean finishing strong, top 2. I mean, hey, you're out there working hard, and if we didn't have those many cautions, what was your strategy out there to maybe possibly keep it in podium finish if there wasn't that many cautions?
Oh, I figured out pretty quick in that first stage that tires were going to be key, so I just let a lot of people go around me and just ride around and hope that I saved tires. Because that first pit stop, my right front was halfway gone, so I just wanted to save more tire wear to keep me in contention towards the end, and it ended up working out pretty well for me.
And by chance, do you have another tire set left?
I did have one more tire set left.
Wow, and I mean that shows, how much people save tires there. But I will say, finishing in second strong out there, that should give you a decent amount of points, especially with how much you're running in the top 5. You're really good, especially for me watching this race tonight. Seeing all of you guys up there made it worthwhile to watch this race. Congratulations for second, bud.
All right, thank you.
All right, Dylan, I'm sure you got a couple people you'd like to thank. Go ahead and thank them now, and we'll set you free.
All right, I'd like to say thanks to you guys for broadcasting and calling the action week in and week out. I'd like to thank my dad who watches this as well. I'm pretty sure he's at his house rooting me on, and everybody in their household. I'd like to thank my girlfriend and Avery, love the little guy. WW Motorsports, TJR, TTR with Ricky, Mark, Nick, and Wes Fuller. Couldn't do it without them. Ray's Energy, Travis's Auto Shop here in Fort Wayne, Upstate Body Shop and Towing in South Gaffney, South Carolina, and let's go Mama Fuller. Can't thank her enough for letting me race with her son every week.
Yeah, Mama's always watching with us. Dylan, thank you for coming on. Congrats on the second place finish. We will see you here in the Esports Broadcasting Network next Wednesday, and I'll see you next Monday for some more fun racing.
Oh yeah, can't wait for it.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
All right, and
now we got our race winner in the booth.
All right, Jeffrey. This is Angel and Emily in the ESBN broadcast booth. You got us, buddy?
I do. What's up?
How's it going, man? Gonna be a champion here in the Ghost Cup Series with your first win in the league, man. How's that one feeling?
It's great, especially all these races this season. I ran fast at a couple tracks and just couldn't keep it up there at the end. So I mean, this is great to get this near the end of the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, a great way to carry some momentum going in to the final race of the regular season, as you mentioned, at Daytona. I mean, and you didn't do it by luck either. I mean, you had a fast car all day, just kind of minding your P's and Q's, we were mentioning, and then just kind of went out there and took the lead, from Christopher Tate earlier on in the race, or when you did, and I mean, and from there we was able just to hold on with all those cautions kind of coming out. If those cautions didn't come out, did you have still enough to hold these guys off for the win?
Yeah, I think so. I'm more of a long run guy. So, and it usually takes me like 1 to 2 laps to get spun up. But I was like, you know what? I'm up here. I might as well just push it. And then Dylan was messaging me saying he'd push me. So big shout out to Dylan for giving me taps there and getting me around. But I mean, I wish it ended under green. That would have been fun. But a win's a win, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, Jeffrey, I know I've raced with you a couple times here, so I'm happy to see you get yourself a nice victory. Always running pretty solid races, and beautiful looking paint scheme as well, putting that one in victory lane. So I'm sure you got a couple people you'd like to thank before we let you go and celebrate this one before you get to go to the chaos at Daytona for next week.
Oh yeah, that'll be a blast. Yeah, always my teammates at Threat Level Midnight, Kyle, Dan, Wally. On this team, on this league, then we got Shane, Steven, another Shane. We got a bunch of drivers, but all of them who aren't racing tonight. Big shout out to all those guys. Kerfan jumped in the chat too. He was talking to us. So I don't know, just great group of guys. Love running with them. Kyle was behind us too. He was going to help out if he got behind me. So always them. You guys put on the broadcast. Hubka for running the league, and that's pretty much it.
All right, Jeffrey. Well, congratulations nonetheless. First victory here in the Ghost Cup Series, giving us another new winner this season. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week, man, at Daytona.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yep, you have a wonderful.
All right.
Somebody I would not think about, seeing up there. started being up there late in the race and finished strong.
Yeah, great finish for him nonetheless. Now we're getting ready to go ahead and go over the results for tonight's race in the Ghost 200 of Chicagoland for the Ghost Cup Series. Just finished speaking with him. Jeffrey Vickery coming home with his first victory of the season. Dylan McDonald is in second, Christopher Tate in third, Mark Gonzalez in fourth, Kyle Rocket Speeds rounds out that top five, Ricky Gonzalez, nice finish for him in sixth, Kevin Gibney Jr., Mr. Modified, would finish in seventh, good run for him, Trey Whitehead would finish in eighth, Michael Corvu, nice run for you, in ninth, David Modespot coming home with a top 10, nice recovery for him with all the chaos he saw today, nice job for him, and I know he's been itching to have a good finish. I'll let you have the next 10, Emily. All right, Bryce Copeland is going to finish 11th. Zach Woods, resident pastor, in 12th. Kyle Gardner in 13th. Chris Hupka would come back for 14th, and he will be the final car on the lead lap. Brock Whitehead would finish in 15th. Vernon Reese in 16th. Daniel Miglin in 17th. 18th belongs to Joe David. Wally Babb is 19th. Click Corvu is going to round out that top 20.
All right, then we got Robin Lawrence in your 21st spot with Chris Wheeler, 22nd, 23rd, Nick, I think that's Biddy, with 24th, Christian Ruse, rounding out your top 25, Alfred Denny, then 26th, the boss man, Jonathan Leach. Must have had a rough night, out there, but hopefully can kill them, going down to Daytona. Then we have 27th, Wes Fuller, 28th, Mike
Sabanovsky.
Yeah,
it's a tough one. No worries.
There we go. 29th, Charles Whitehead. And I believe that finishes it off for yours tonight.
That does round out the end of the field for us. As we mentioned, the end of the regular season is completed next week at Chicagoland. At Daytona as we finish round number 12 at Chicagoland. Round 13 comes here to Daytona Beach, Florida, the historic and the World Center of Racing of Daytona National Speedway. We're going to see some fantastic racing from some of these drivers. We had a great Daytona 250 to start the season, and now these guys have some time to run around with each other and kind of know who they're racing with. I know we're going to have a great racing next week. 200 miles at the High Bank Oval of Daytona, of course. I want to thank everybody, as always, for joining us here in the Esports Broadcasting Network, a sim racing media company. As always, if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook with us. Get the word out to you. We're always throwing out random gifts as well to some of our fans as loyal watchers to our races. We do have races almost all week long, sometimes 2-3 races a night that you have any opportunity to go ahead and check out. Anywhere from dirt, road racing, all different types of oval. We have Formula 1 as well now. Everything that you can imagine, we've got some exciting racing throughout the week. As always, thank you once again for joining us tonight. From my broadcaster, Emily, and myself, have everybody a great evening. We'll see you next week.